What does that mean?
You're on the live on the internet. Do not say fuck or bugger.
Level 2.
I'm gonna exclusively curse.
There we go. Still waiting on. Let's see, 3, 4
Everyone.
people. 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
Izzy, Mick's a maybe. Not sure if he's gonna make it tonight.
Yeah. What's going on,
Scott.
Scott?
Last I heard, he was planning on being here. I mean, we decided to postpone Mythos Busters because of the gaming tonight. So.
Oh.
I should probably join the Roll20, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you probably should.
Yeah.
That'd
I
be
mean,
helpful.
yeah. You know, yeah.
I mean, if you're not going to make any tests, then you technically don't need to.
Yeah, it's theater. of the
That's right.
mind,
I
huh?
succeed all tests if I'm not logged in, right? That's how it works.
No.
Yes. No.
Yeah. That's how it works.
Scott's probably still acting on the assumption that it's 7:30 and not 7.
He did say
Oh,
he was going to
good.
be late though, right? Because he's coming in from work. He said.
Oh, double good. So it's
Oh,
gonna be,
he
like,
did say
super
like
late.
15, 20 minutes late. That's right.
Watch him
Yeah.
show up at 8.
At 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's late to the 7:30 meeting.
I still have control
Right,
of
exactly.
Izzy's
He's
character
20
sheet,
minutes
if that's relevant.
Oh, you do?
I have Mick.
Get it away from me.
I mean, realistically, if Mick's not here tonight, then we won't be taking him on the mission.
So
to
if
stay on the ship.
yeah, if he doesn't show up, then do we just do that close quarters scene between me and Casey, or do we save it for another time when it's all 3 of
It
us, or
depends
what?
what it's going to be about. If it's going to
We
be
don't know
about,
what it's gonna be about. No one.
I mean, if it's going to be like what was
No,
discussed.
I mean, there were hints, but
There were discussions.
You snorted milk out of your Pixar nose.
Oh, well, yeah, but that's good.
Pixar knows.
Pixar knows.
that was
That's
pretty
an
funny.
interesting way of putting it.
I don't really want to deprive him of the relationship point, but at the
Yeah.
same time,
We
I
can
mean, he
always
can-
still do like a chat roleplay
Just
later.
Right.
Just extend it in the in-character chat
Yeah.
later. Yeah.
I'm fine with
Okay.
that.
Yeah, we'll do that. That way he's not missing out on the stuff.
Mhm.
And hopefully we all survive. So
Right,
the last
that too.
interaction.
3 minutes in the game, the ship just explodes.
All right, now that everyone's
I mean,
here,
then it wouldn't be anyone's problem at that point. But
I would find a way to make it Ollie's problem.
as you two are floating through space. Damn it, Ollie!
Oh, in like 15 to 20 minutes, my food will be ready, so then I have to run off and grab it.
Sure,
typical.
that's probably
Yeah,
right when the other
coming
players
from-
are going to be showing
Coming
up.
from you, Mr. Postmates delivery at 10 p.m. every day.
Not every day.
Just kidding. The last 2 days.
Just when he's gaming.
Someone was hungry.
Yeah, just the last
Oh,
couple
God.
times we've played.
Someone was hungry.
I will wait to do any sort of session recap until we have everybody who missed on.
That is helpful. Like, I, in, like, real life want to know what happened last game, but I almost think it'll be funnier if Ilaria has no idea, because she doesn't care.
Have you watched any of the previous stream?
Just the 3 clips that
the
like
highlights.
got shared. Yeah. That
Oh,
seems
those are
pretty
good.
funny.
I know Ian highlighted a few. I know Dave did a couple.
Do you have it like saved on your Twitch
I mean,
account?
It's
To-
on my
to
YouTube.
be-
I can share a link.
Ah, cool.
To be fair, the ones that I shared had no relevance on the game whatsoever. There was no,
No.
story in any of them.
But that was Ian too. Like most of the ones that were shared were just like the funny in jokes that were, hilarious.
At least Ian's was about the close quarters scene.
Yeah. The one that I shared was Mick getting ripped in half. Or not
Alright,
shared, but
Oh
the
my.
highlight that I made. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard he's got new legs or something.
They're just
No,
on
they're the
backwards.
same
all
legs, they're
legs,
just
they're all
backwards.
Oh, okay. Same legs, different layout.
Yeah.
I know that we're not getting
He's a
into the session
Transformers toy
recap
from
yet.
Transformers toy from the 80s where the rubber band is snapped.
Mhm.
I'm just looking at the map and I'm like, who the fuck is Addison Wakefield?
I did that as well. I was like, who's that? Oh,
Bryn Paul.
Those are
They're
the NPCs that you guys brought with you.
Oh, I like Ollie's new artwork.
Yeah. It's better than the black and white
Yeah.
little angry cat he had before, I think.
I don't
Oh,
remember
very
what
nice.
it looked like, to be completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
And I also updated Oppenheimer's art.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what do you think of this? It's Oppenheimer's like a very problem-solving sort of character, so a chess piece makes sense, and it's a bishop, and you're
And
like...
it's a Netrunner
That's
art.
exactly... Yeah,
So
exactly.
I love it.
Most of my, like, AI and computer programming art is all just Netrunner art.
Yeah. Well, Netrunner art was good for that, for sure.
But I was like, yeah, so it's a problem
He's,
solver, so it's got
in this
chess, and it's a bishop, so it kind of matches your religion aspect as well. And he's like, you put way more thought into it than I ever would have.
I mean, his old art piece was just like a, I don't know, cyber.
It was
sphere.
Ultron.
Vision's AI
Or
sphere.
Vision,
Oh, was
yeah.
it? Okay,
Was that what it
that's
was?
right. That's right. It was
I
a
thought it was to
Jarvis.
zoom in on another Netrunner console.
It essentially
Forgive
could
him
have
for
been,
thinking
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Hi, Dan.
Greetings, all.
Hi.
Ugh.
Told you, Nick. Told you. All right.
Oh, what should my experience be now?
47?
-12.
47.
40, yeah, I'm looking at chat right now, 47.
Okay. So that means I guess I leveled up.
You got the
Mm,
Because I was,
XP.
last time I played, I was at 37.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's right, you
You're
missed
level
2
5,
sessions.
and level 6 is
God,
it.
like,
Yeah,
I'm
yes,
like,
two sessions.
where's this game where you level up by not coming to games? This is rude.
You're right. It should be like Maris, where you never level up.
Or you never level up.
I mean, yeah, one or the other, right?
Those are literally the only two options.
Always level or never level.
Don't play the game and progress, or play the game and don't progress.
The sourcebook in Roll20 is the old one, right?
Yes, you have to use the
yeah.
pinned in
Yes.
Discord.
I shall find it.
Yeah, our GM is
Oh, we have a
exceptional and
pin?
lazy. Is there not a Matt Colville video about that?
Oh, we do have the whole thing.
Aww.
Nick, do I also have 47?
Everybody
Yes.
should have 47, yep.
No.
Because I heard Stokes played me brilliantly. So
You moved and shot every turn. And there was no mention of your stupid music idol thing.
Simraka.
oh, that's coming tonight.
Remember that name,
Probably.
Simraka.
Is the
I have
music from the bot stopped?
Huh?
I don't think I have it on loop. Yeah, let me fix that.
Oh, good.
So go ahead.
I'm 47 now. Does that mean I'm level 4 or level 5?
5.
4, 5. Okay. Yeah.
What do I do with these level ups?
For level
Level up.
5, you should have...
What do you do with these levels? You level up,
Yeah.
obviously.
Never
Level
had to do it
5
before. I
gives
just
you,
keep leveling up
2
without playing.
vitality, 1 heroism, and 1 data point.
I'm sorry. Say it again, Casey.
2 vitality, 1 heroism, and 1 data point.
Okay. 1 data point. Check.
Yeah, 1 heroism and 2 vitality.
Okay.
I was going to ask the question how to update the mods in 3, 2.
So, it's easy.
Oh, so this isn't cumulative. Like, I'm getting +2 vitality.
No,
when
it is
you get
cumulative.
to level 5? It is cumulative? Oh, okay.
Every level you get 2 vitality, and then at level 6 it turns into 3.
Oh, that's what I meant to say. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So,
So I think you all
Vitality or 2? I'm sorry. 1,
plus
right?
2, plus 2.
+2.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 vitality, 1 heroism, and 1 data
Alright.
point. Yep.
Let's see if we can say it one more time.
I want to hear it one more time.
Yeah,
How
one
much
more time.
heroism?
What was it? How'd I
No, I'm
go?
just kidding.
The 3 people watching in Twitch chat think that Twitch is stuck on a loop now.
I think that's still us.
There's a couple of other people watching.
Oh, well,
1,
I think it might be
2,
automated.
3,
Oh, hi, there we go.
4,
Mods.
5.
All right. So Stokes, you had me shooting things. I don't think I do that, do I? Thought I.
Well, it was either that or dying.
Okay.
No,
I guess I would then shoot.
she could just pass.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to do anything.
All right.
So I should have +8 vitality from level ups, yeah?
Yes, at level
sounds like it.
5,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought my house was shaking. Okay.
Oh yeah, you guys are gonna have to adjust the music. I'm gonna
What the hell was that?
I'm gonna step away from the keyboard for just a minute. I'll be right back.
Mute the stream. We want to smack him.
Oh, I can do that, I suppose. All right, we're gonna go BRB on the stream for just a minute.
Okay.
Combat. And I don't see one listed.
If not, why not?
I don't know. There isn't. There should be.
Okay.
Well,
I
I,
think-
mean, there's stuff that modifies unarmed combat roles. I'm not sure that there is. Yeah.
Right.
Isn't there stuff in?
Mainly the combat maneuvers, right?
Well, that's a separate. I mean, there's stuff that modifies those as well. But I want to say in Opportunist that there are some skills or some traits related to unarmed combat.
Opportunist has, well, for unarmed, I think it's maybe Opportunist does, but I think it's more Protector.
Don't
At least
forget to reinstate the stream if you didn't.
Yes, I have us up. Protector, I believe, is the heavy melee. Oh, but unarmed, I guess I'm not sure. Hang on a second.
I thought
Unless it's just
Opportunist
rolled into the melee weapon ones or something. but I guess that doesn't make sense. I don't know. Anyway, I'm probably not going to purchase it. I was just curious.
Sure.
Makes us sit there and talk about it 15 minutes and doesn't buy it.
That's what I do.
The Protector has a fighting style that buffs. I'm sorry, the Mercenary has a fighting style that buffs unarmed combat, as does the Protector. Yeah, otherwise there's nothing else outside of racials. So yeah, there definitely should be, though.
Well, I mean, there's tripping attack, opportunistic maneuvers. Versatile fighting is somewhat separate. I want to say there's a universal thing that modifies. It gives you something for unarmed, but.
Oh, in universal traits?
Yeah, it's mighty, I want to say. Yeah, add boldness to resolve combat. That's not quite the same. Yeah. Anyways.
Matt, if you want to add an unarmed expertise under armaments, it will be in the rulebook after this session. So.
Okay, cool. I'll think about it. What I really want to do is eventually. I don't have I have one might, so.
I see.
But I definitely. I don't know. I can envision Alaria being good at fast, hand-to-hand combat. If there was a way to use agility, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So if there's ever if we ever add a perk or something that lets her use agility for unarmed, then I'll totally do that because that'd be cool. I could see her doing kind of the, I don't know,
River Tam.
Yeah, or Black Widow, leaping on someone's head and spinning around and
Oh, we get it. You designed the pack for Black Widow.
Well, I mean, I did.
Gasp.
So real
It's
quick
our pilot.
is Ian here?
Yeah, I'm here now.
Hey, Ian.
How's it going?
You're live
So
on the internet.
I'm gonna go over for chat real quick, and because we actually have more than one person watching who isn't also playing. Just real
Ow.
quick, no, what? Ow! What do you mean, ow?
Is this what fame
don't
feels
bow.
like?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Can't wait for those Twitch dollars to start rolling in, right, guys?
Everyone subscribe.
So the system, the system is a dice pool system. The players are going to be rolling between 2 and 5 dice. At this point, they're d6s. And then they keep the highest 2 rolls out of that pool and then add their attribute modifier or their attribute score to it. So generally you're seeing 2d6 or 3d6, keep 2, and then adding 2, 3, or 4 to it. Each character has 2 different classes. They have a primary class and a secondary class. They're called aspects in this game. And then the only other thing I think that's kind of overarching that I want to cover is there's a mechanic called Destiny and Doom. Currently, our party is at... Casey, what are we at for Destiny and Doom currently?
Actually, our mechanic is called Izzy.
Nice. I missed that, Casey. I'm sorry. Dave was telling a joke.
3 Destiny, 7 Doom.
Okay, so currently the Destiny and Doom always add up to 10. They're currently at 3 Destiny, 7 Doom, and what that means is things are going to be kind of stacked against them currently because there's more Doom than Destiny. Yeah. If ever there's more Doom than Destiny, then the players lose ties on their die rolls. So if you roll and meet the difficulty of a test, then it counts as a loss because you have more.
New?
No, that
It's
we
not
came up
new.
with.
I'm not sure that we've...
That's the first time I've heard that.
It was no, so it was.
I mean, it's new as of several sessions ago.
Yeah, it was
We
in the
did
middle
it
of a
in the,
session that
the
when
one with the space dragon.
Yep, someone rolled a tie and they're like,
I wasn't
"What
there
is
for that one.
what does that
Oh.
mean?" And I was like, I just came up with this. We're gonna do it where if there's more Doom, then you lose ties, but if there's less Doom, then you win ties. So, they can spend Destiny to do super cool once per session abilities. But when you spend a Destiny, it turns into a Doom, and they can gain Destiny back. They can reduce the amount of Doom by overcoming complications that could arise during scenes. So that's
And ostensibly, the GM can spend Doom, turning it into Destiny to do his own special maneuvers.
That's true, and I've been
Go
terrible
on, you
about that.
Stingy bastard. You just accumulate it, and then no one gets to do it.
Just sit on a horde of doom.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I
you
do need
develop
to
a
be
monopoly.
interrupting. I do need to be interrupting player turns more often by spending dooms. So that will probably happen this session.
Great.
Looking forward to it.
We've literally doomed ourselves.
Hey, at least we'll get our abilities back.
Exactly.
You're
Right.
welcome. All right.
Hit that bell and
we
smash
should probably
it.
catch up. Should we also catch up? People.
We should. Who are we missing? Is it just Scott?
Just Scott now.
Okay.
Yeah, who was here?
And he said that he'll be running a little
Josh
later
isn't
than
gonna
normal
make it.
anyway.
Oh.
Oh, Josh, I'll ping him real quick just to see if he's still planning on it. But I'll start on the... Actually, Casey, do you want to recap?
Sure.
That's Casey for no.
No, I'm just thinking of where to start. Basically,
I
we're
missed
kind of-
2 sessions.
In the beginning,
all right.
So we're in
we are
space, right?
we're a ragtag, collection of effectively, unfortunately, corporate mercenaries. We're kind of their collections crew. We pick up, either ships from people that owe debts, or
Space
research
repo.
that belongs to their company instead of the actual researchers, that sort of thing. We have now been contracted to go investigate a disappeared until just now space station. We have made it to the station briefly to make an attempt to restore life support systems, which we actually
briefly
succeeded
go
in
to
doing.
hell and get infested in demons.
Yeah, but then while there, the station AI, which is on a supplementary or an auxiliary facility, seems to have taken over the facility and enacted some sort of quarantine. And then we also found purple goo that we don't quite know what it does, and we found a big ant crab that ripped our robot medic in half, and that's why he's not here tonight, maybe.
He tried to make it,
life
but
is hard.
he's
Yeah,
too
other
busy
than that, we
trying to
got
learn
two,
how to walk
corporate-
again.
We have some other.
his
corporate
office with the
issues.
Discord computer is on the 3rd floor.
That's pretty much it.
So who are these people?
Bryn Porl is a military attaché of some sort, and she seems to be answering to
A lying bitch.
some sort of separatist human military officer who's disappeared for a decade or so, I guess. She has
Idiot number
correspondence with
one.
him. Yeah, she has correspondence with him indicating that either he or at least her, the people she works for were expecting something like what we found on the station so far. And then Addison is a corporate representative here to basically escort the AI superintendent off of the station to collect, extract whatever data the thing has been recording. And he doesn't seem to have his own agenda the way that Bryn does. He's just there for the corporate stuff.
So he's boring. Is what
Yeah,
you're
he just seems to be some schmuck. That's
I'm getting in character. That's all.
Yeah.
The only other thing that I would add, that was really good, Casey. Thank you for that. The only other thing that I would add to that is that I don't know if you mentioned it before or not because I was taking care of some other stuff, but the station's original purpose was to research the superspace streams. So it breached into superspace, a few years ago, and then from there on, it never, no one was ever able to establish any further contact with it until some survey ship happened to come across it in normal space, pretty much on the other side of the galaxy from where it originated. And it was dark at that point.
Say, Nick, what's superspace?
Some setting
It's like
information.
space, but it's so much cooler.
It's way cooler. You guys know space, but you don't know superspace. Superspace is... I'm going to move us to the galaxy map here. because we actually have the super space streams drawn on here. Super space is an alternate dimension that warps time and space, and it basically allows ships to travel at incredibly faster than light speeds, but only in certain directions. So it's literally like going up and down a current or a stream. Nobody knows how, very little is known about super space other than that, essentially. But it's used all the time because that's how people get from one part of the galaxy to another. But yeah, nobody knows where they came from, if they're artificial or if they're natural. What if they have a purpose other than this? What is it? They know that some creatures can live in super space, but obviously humanoids and all of the PC races cannot. So that essentially is what super space is, and because so little is known about it, that's why this station was kind of created as a way to research and discover some more information. But then at some point while it was in the super space stream, presumably, shit went wrong. From there, I'm going to move us... Well, I suppose if we're just waiting for Scott, we can do our... and I haven't heard from Josh either. But yeah, we can do our close quarters scene. Although the two people that we're missing are... they're both involved in the scenes.
Yeah.
Okay. I would not normally do this. But in the interest of getting at least one of these close quarter scenes taken care of, and then moving on with the session, I am going to say that Oppenheimer and Mick are going to be paired together, and Izzy, Ilaria, and Buffy are going to be the 3-person scene.
Okay.
Normally,
Scott and I have figured out a thing for our close quarters.
Did you? So would you prefer to wait then and do it with him?
Yeah, if that's okay.
That's
we
fine.
have a plan that's going to be. You're all gonna love it.
Okay, so we'll wait for that then. And
Dave especially will think it's.
This is going to be a musical episode. I am definitely.
Well, I have been practicing my Beyonce. That's all I'm gonna say.
Still right.
All right. Well, gosh, I'm assuming at this point that Josh is not joining us.
Just do the Buffy and Ilaria,
Yes.
and then just have
Yeah, I think we're fine with that. So yeah, Buffy and Ilaria, if you two want to share or narrate your close quarter scene real quick for the people on stream, and for those of you who may have forgotten, when the crew is spending an extended period of time together without the ability to leave each other's company and go and hang out with other people, they end up rolling close quarters tests. And those tests determine which relationships are progressing and which one, and in what sort of direction. So basically, they have relationship points, and they will earn points based on these rolls. And once they get to a certain number of points, they can assign a tag to the relationship, like rival or buddy or something like that. And then that changes how they interact mechanically. So for this scene, Ilaria and Buffy have a brief little vignette in which their relationship progresses.
I started thinking about this, and then I stopped thinking about it because I thought we weren't going to be able to do it tonight. So now I have to rethink about it again.
Mm-hmm.
You're
What's
welcome.
your instinct for what it should be about?
Was it a pillow fight?
I think it. Okay, I think I have. I think I have a thought. Do you have any thoughts?
Kind of. Especially because Ilaria hasn't been seen for the last few days.
So yeah,
I think,
my thought was
Buffy kind of has a habit where I'm assuming that that you're somewhere down in the second or lower deck of the of the ship. So maybe I will just be occasionally sneaking into the cargo hold and just shouting out what's going on occasionally with all right, Ilaria, just to keep you up to date because no one else is but yeah, no, if you have something else...
That can flow into what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Ilaria's... Okay, alright, let's do it.
And go. Okay.
So Ilaria's chilling on the bottom deck, as you suggested, in that little lounge area.
Okay. Oh, you're just there?
Yeah, and you were gonna come down and shout, right?
I think at this point, maybe I'm coming out of the hold and I didn't see you, and so now if I'm here, and you can be.
So I'm like right there.
Oh, there you are. Did you catch all of that?
Did I catch what?
The facility.
Oh, am I like?
Crab ant.
Am I important to the crew yet? Am I gonna get to do something today, or am I watching the ship and being bored like usual?
Have you been doing nothing because you think that someone told you to do nothing?
Someone had to watch the ship, and apparently it's me. Do I get to go out? Do I get to, like, the ship is stifling. I'm bored. She just like kicks a book that's on the table, and it like clatters to the ground along with a bunch of other stuff. Come on, use me. I'm good at stuff.
All right, yeah, sure. I think we're going back out. What do you know about priming explosives charges?
I don't know anything about that, but I'll do it. It'll work out well. I swear.
Enthusiasm's got to count for something at this point.
Well, I'm nothing if not enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Look, I joined this crew. All right, I didn't really join the crew, did I? I hopped on board the ship because I wanted to explore the galaxy, and I want to do that. Can we do that?
Yeah, right now we're exploring this part of the galaxy.
Oh, good. I go to the nearest window and I look out. Wow! Look at all that nothing.
That's what space is. By definition.
Planets?
We've been to planets before.
Yeah, and it's been like 3 weeks.
Yeah, because the work right now is to work on this station. And then when we're done here, probably go to another planet, and then they'll have some other dumb job for us to do, and then... then we'll probably have to go back out into space again, I guess.
Alright, if you promise we'll go to a planet soon.
I want nothing more than to not be here right now.
Or at least, like, a space station with people in it that hasn't been abandoned.
Also, that would be an improvement. So, yeah.
Yes.
I promise I will do my best to not go to another abandoned space station. Infested with extra-dimensional ant monsters.
Whoa, wait, what? Okay, I might not have been paying attention to your last 2 updates.
How do you know I was giving updates?
I heard you, but, you know, like, I wasn't listening. You know, active listening? I wasn't doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
All right.
I'm listening now. And then,
All right.
and then she sits down, like, all right, give me the update, and, like, you see her eyes light up, like, she's ready.
Space station, ant monsters, hostile AI.
Cool, let me go get my gun. She runs off. And scene.
Yes, yeah.
Nice. All right. And so with Izzy and Oppenheimer, we'll just flash back to them once Scott shows up and is able to play.
He appears. Oh, okay.
No, I think he's driving home.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was going on at least. So he's listening. So Scott, we'll hold that off until you're available. So from there, you guys were deciding on the specifics of what the next leg of your mission was going to be, what that entailed. I'll let you guys discuss that, catch people up if need be, and if you want me to move us to the station map so you can get a view of everything once again and where...
Yes, please.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll move us to that for the time
And now's
being.
about the time that my food is ready, so I will be back momentarily.
Okay.
But you guys
Great,
can keep...
just
Never
before
heard
the
from
mission
again.
briefing.
No, we keep going. I'm listening. I have my headphones on. I'm just not going to
right.
be able to talk. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah,
So this
active
is
listening.
the blueprint of Zerzura Station that you guys had access to upon taking this job. The bug-looking tokens that are placed around the map are signatures that you picked up on your scanners of those same enemies that you faced last time. So you know there's 8 more of them on the ship. And then the red kind of circled areas are other similar signatures to those bugs, but not the same. You don't know what kind of organisms those are, but you just know that they have a presence as well. You also know that Obelisk, the station AI that Addison Wakefield is here to extract, and that your mission kind of hinges upon getting, is apparently believed to be isolated, or not isolated, but located within the Primacore Research Tower.
Right, so we were going to set charges on one of the external doors in the concourse and promenade area, right?
We had not actually done an external search of the research tower, because I think there was a chance that there was another airlock or something. But yeah, if we were going to go through the, I think this is a tramway.
Yeah. The purple line, yeah.
Yeah, that would be how we would get there from there.
Can we get a recap of where we've been in the station? The last time I played, we had only been in the cargo block.
That's
we
about
basically
it.
in that same room, and then we legged it.
Yeah, we
Say it again, Dave. I'm sorry.
We were in that same room, and then we legged it.
Okay.
So we got in here, made our
Right.
way through these
These
rooms.
doors, right?
Yeah, and then
Okay.
the control for the life support, I believe. Yeah, I mean, since we enabled it, that was here, as well as the gravity control.
Okay.
And then we were kind of chased out by some sort of the goop. So we left into the habitation block, which is open air, and,
All right.
exposed to the vacuum because the atmospheric shields are down. So we just caught the shuttle and went back to the ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Izzy, you were instrumental in assisting Ollie with repairing the shuttle after it sustained some damage from their quick getaway last time.
Of course I was.
Just to
Because Ollie managed to crash the ship again. Wait, so just Ollie as an aside, when you got your piloting credentials, did you skip like landing day? You just
Credentials? What's that?
Well, I don't know if you know this, Dave, but driving tests in the States, we have this thing called parallel parking, which is worth a lot of points, but no one can do it when they're 16. So maybe it's like that.
I think the exchange is like, Ollie,
did you
where'd you earn
assume
your...
that there's no parallel parking in the UK? Is that what you?
No, but maybe you guys are just better drivers. That's, I'm sure, what I was saying.
Right. Okay.
That's what I heard.
If they were better
Yep.
drivers, they wouldn't drive on the wrong side of the road.
That is true.
Here we go.
All right. So I think we had a couple of avenues of attack as well. The control tower would be to restore, more systems. I'm not sure what else we need now that we have the atmospheric controls down and the station has gravity again. Security block. I think. What was there at the security block? I guess there's a large signature that we don't know.
There's that tiny that was in the like constabulary, like the sheriff, the security room, right? Is where
Yeah.
that signature is, and it's like isolated. Just
Well,
there.
that's something else that we
Yeah.
aren't aware of. The corporate records are at the corporate block. The AI core is in the research tower. And the south cargo block. What was supposed to be in the south cargo block, if anything?
It seems like three big monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than the three big monsters, was there any particular facility in the south cargo block? Or it was
Nothing
just-
that was highlighted,
Just-
no.
just cargo, I think.
All right. What are we here to do?
Recover the AI.
Okay.
Yeah. Right
Are
now.
you sure you're not like a goldfish person instead of a cat person?
So the other points of interest were essentially the concourse block provides access to all the other sections of the station through the tram, which is again those purple lines. Security block or control tower are both equally important if you wanted to extract security information, whether that's video or logs or anything like that. You can get those from either the security block or the control tower. The habitation block really didn't. I think we highlighted a medical center in the habitation block at one point, which I think you asked the first time out. But other than that, nothing really has come up. Oh, and the Atmos shield generators, but I think you
those
guys are
in
just
different corners.
Yep. I think you guys are also content just avoiding the habitation block at this point as well. But
I'm back.
welcome back.
It's kind of just a big landing area, really.
Yeah. The cargo block had that one like mini quarantine area next to where you guys came in that nobody's really inspected. But other than that stuff, I think that was about it for like important, quote unquote, important points that were highlighted.
Yep.
Oh, and Oppenheimer has got some program brewing where he's going to basically flood the system with decoys to give him more time against the vastly superior. Right? Is the plan.
Yeah, that was discussed. I don't know if that was like determined or not, but yeah. Yeah, Oppenheimer.
I think he's these bots to do that.
Wait, this AI is vastly superior to Oppenheimer?
Get
wrecked.
Yeah, it wrecked him pretty quick.
Yeah, he looked like a graphing calculator. It was humiliating.
He's the futuristic equivalent of Mr.
Take that, Texas Instruments.
Yeah. But and we want Izzy to charge one of the doors, right? To put charges on one of the external doors, so that we've got like a way to vent the concourse if we have to fight another one of those aliens.
I mean, they've been on the station before we restored life support. I don't know that proves that they.
No, it wasn't like to like not gonna like choke them out, but like literally, if we have to make an escape,
just
we get cut off. Yeah.
I guess we can blow one of the doors. Yeah, we probably shouldn't do that when we first get there. Like.
No, but like we can set a remote charge. I'm not talking about a timed charge. I'm talking about like a remote charge.
Sure.
Right? So we should set that up before going in at all.
Yeah. So, I guess we are going through the concourse to the research tower. Hopefully, get the hostile AI out of the system of the station and restore it to the original AI.
Because Addison said they had a way to move it, right?
I don't think we confirmed that with him, but we do know that because we've read.
Yeah, because Oppenheimer hooped his iPad. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But if
so it looks like you're going on a spacewalk, is he?
Sweet.
Yeah, I guess we can just take the shuttle to the concourse, and then take the tunnel through to the research tower. But we're probably going to have to clear out this ant.
Okay, and presumably setting charges and making explosives is something I can do, right?
I was told you were an explosives expert.
Isn't that?
Oh, that's so funny.
Thing?
I fix
In
ships,
quotation
dude.
marks.
Don't you have the trait
I
that
have
lets...
I totally do.
Okay.
I totally do.
I have explosives expertise as well.
Oh, nice.
I make grenades. I don't know how they work. I figured that was a different skill.
Monitoring all the sounds within the ship, I've noticed he's let off many explosives in the washroom.
Hi, Scott.
Hi, Scott.
Hello.
So, Scott, do you
Wow.
and Izzy want to do your close quarters scene before we go any further?
Yeah, I'm just logging into Roll20, but yeah.
Sure thing.
Okay. I pop into on a screen in Izzy's quarters. What is this you are listening to all the time?
The only thing worth listening to, Simraka.
I am sorry?
Simraka, the most famous songwriter, performer of all time. In the galaxy. Easy.
It does remind me of home.
Oh?
The religious hymns of death and destruction. There was many wailing of widows and gnashing of teeth. This sounds like them.
I think are you insulting Simraka?
No, those hymns were beautiful. It just involved a lot of wailing of widows and gnashing of teeth.
Wailing? I never thought of her singing like that.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Well,
Does she sound like Bjork?
Well, let me hear some of that you're talking about, because I would never describe some rocket as wailing and widowy.
Oh no.
No.
So, Oppenheimer puts on some music that sounds like
This
the
is just a
twist,
recording of horrible death.
kind of like what you would expect, killing cats. like
You horrible person.
like just the or no, not killing cats, but like like when cats are fighting, like that, but like a chorus of about 1,000 of them, and then like twisted pipes, like when metal's under stress, like.
Can you say hi to everybody? Right in here. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, Roland. Hi, Roland.
Oh, he's not wearing the headphones, so you can't hear you. Here, let's try that again. Say hi, everybody.
Hi,
Hi, Roland.
Hi, Roland.
Do you hear them?
Are you going to bed soon?
Are you going to bed soon?
Yes.
Wow. Good answer.
All right.
I'm jealous.
Say good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Right.
Okay.
What's going to bed like?
It's time to be all done. Oh, I think Dad turned his headphones off. There we go. Headphones back on.
Hi.
So yeah, the screeching cats, the lamenting of metal under stress, and a high pitched whine underneath it all. Like
I don't get it. I don't hear how you hear that in Simraka.
I don't hear how you can't hear it. Is this religious music?
To me,
What is your main religious belief?
whatever she says.
Whatever it is, it is wrong.
It kind of changes day to day.
Whatever it is wrong.
Oh, jeez.
Well, wait a minute. What? Play that part again. I heard something.
I replay the stuff. The second verse. I replay the second verse of that screeching and horrible noise.
Oh my god. That sounds a lot like the chorus of "Hold Me Till I Squeal." Put it on there.
Hold me till I squeal.
Can you like overlay the songs?
Sure. Oppenheimer opens up Fruity Loops, I guess.
Nice.
Overlays the two songs.
Oh God.
Perhaps the rest of the crew would like to hear. And then
I think they would.
puts it on throughout the ship.
Oh no. It's like a bad YouTube remix. It's like, it's like
Yeah.
all 32 versions of this song combined into one mix.
It's like any of those mashups Scott keeps posting.
So essentially, what we just did here was combine essentially Beyonce and Gregorian chanting, kind of, and have made a new genre that we're going to probably become famous with.
Combined also with like ambient, like the ambient horror music that you would play.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's probably not pleasant, but it does
Can we
something.
just cut real briefly to Ilaria sitting in that lounge, like before the other post-quarter scene, and she just looks up and she like hears it and she's like, "What the actual?"
So that's our positive moment.
That's good. I like that. All right.
All hail Gurnu. I have to make up a god. I realize
no.
I haven't done that yet.
It should just be like not like a proper noun,
Oh,
but
God.
just like a title.
That
Sounds
music,
like a
that music
56
just came
modem.
on and it scared the shit out of me. I was like, what? That low rumble, I'm like, what's shaking in my house?
I actually thought my house was collapsing.
Oh,
Great.
God. Well, it sounded like Samora was dragging the table across the floor upstairs, and then it just got louder and louder and louder. And then the music started. I was like, oh, fuck. Okay.
Okay. So perfect timing because I am going to step away to put my son to bed. We're gonna go to BRB on the stream, and you guys can discuss hopefully some plans for moving forward, or obviously you guys can discuss whatever you want. But anyway, we're going to be right back in about 5.
Sounds, what's that?
Will our voices be streamed?
No, your voices will not.
Excellent.
So we're going to
My plans
BRB.
are as solid as my credentials.
All right.
We'll be back in between 5 and 10 minutes.
All right. Pretend I.
All right, and we're back. So, what have we decided, if anything?
We're going home.
Oh,
That was
sweet.
the Twilight period.
We're abandoning the mission. No. I think we are priming charges on a separate entry to give ourselves an option of venting the concourse. But we are taking the shuttle, docking if possible. Otherwise, we'll have trained people spacewalk out, maybe set up like a guideline, and then get into the concourse, and then take the tunnel over to the research tower.
Okay.
I think we're bringing the NPCs with us, although we've disarmed Bryn.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I wanted to leave her like welded in a room. But
Yeah,
I
you
was
were
overruled.
rightly outvoted because your plan was horrible.
What?
Okay, so
Wow.
so docking on the concourse is going to be more difficult than normal, simply because your ship doesn't have. The shuttle doesn't have. The station. The system that normally links up with the shuttle and directs it into the airlock and all that is down, obviously, because most of the station is dark and all you've done is turn on life support and artificial gravity. So either Ollie's going to have to maneuver the shuttle in manually, or you will have to do a spacewalk, or someone will have to try and hack into the station's network again to direct it, to establish that link and get everything moved automatically.
I take it like the docking is basically the same procedure as a landing, which means Ollie is useless.
I got this, guys.
What
guys,
about
guys,
landing
I
on the
got this.
half block?
It's fine.
You could do that. You could land on the hat block and go in through the south airlocks on the concourse.
I mean, it takes us right past that ant signature. but-
Yeah, we have to go by it, but
Fancy.
I'll just land it. It's fine.
Sure. All right.
So are you going to the north or to the south?
I think we're trying to avoid the ant. Oh.
Up there. Yeah.
No. Ian, you ping the way you're more comfortable flying in.
Why aren't you pinging? Ping.
Dang.
There you go.
Okay. All right, so Ian, I'll just need I'm going to roll for complications too. So I roll a d20 and I compare it to your guys' total doom, which is 7. If I roll 7 or lower, then there's a complication in this scene. There is not.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay, so yeah, Ian, go ahead and give me an agility test.
Okay.
And if you
And
go ahead.
I do have expertise in fighters now. I
Nice.
spent all night studying the
shuttle.
instruction manual.
So you are rolling 3 dice and keeping
Okay.
2 of them.
And I'm gonna spend heroism because I don't want to be embarrassed again. So
Very
4
nice.
dice.
So 4 dice.
No hero is ever embarrassed.
Okay, here we go.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
That's good, right?
16 is good.
Okay.
Still managed to squeeze some ones in there, but
Yeah. Good thing you spent that heroism.
Okay, so yeah, the shuttle docks successfully. Ollie is probably sweating the whole time because he's, doing this by hand, like doing it manually, directing the shuttle in very slowly until it
Oh,
lines
it's like the
up.
first episode of TNG.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
10 degrees to the left. 15 degrees to the right.
But after a few tense minutes, the shuttle connects to the airlock. There's a hiss as pressure is equalized, and then the airlock door opens up, and you guys are now on the concourse, the main concourse. This area is a let me pull up my... Okay, it's a long, wide hallway that stretches east and west across the station. It's roughly 30 feet wide and about 300 feet from end to end. The north wall is full of windows and airlocks, and then the south wall has multiple exits leading from it. There's a lot of signage, and just like... This is where a lot of the like visiting traffic would be coming through. This is like the public docks, so there's a lot of public information and stuff like that, like posted on the walls and everything. You see that this building to the left of your current position, I guess it'd be to your right as you're entering the station, is a hotel. This is a restaurant right here. This open area in the middle looks like it's offices, transit offices, and there's also an access to the second floor of this part of the station in there. And then beyond that, it looks like, you can't really tell unless you go all the way down the hallway, but it looks like there's some sort of like shopping terminals or something at the far end. But
Nick, is this level 2 you were saying?
nope, that's all. This is first level that you see on the
Okay.
map.
I thought you said there was another level.
There is, yep, you're just below
Okay.
it. Yep.
The
Okay.
research tower is connected to the hotel.
The research tower is connected to level 2 of
Oh,
the
okay. So we
transit
have to go up
station.
a floor.
Actually, all of the trams are connected on the second floor of this station. So to do anything, you have to get up there. And much like everything else in the station, everything appears dark. No lights are on. The life support and the artificial gravity are working because you guys turned those on already. But otherwise, all the doors look like they're powered down. And actually, if you were to approach, like let's say you were to approach the door to the restaurant here, the Red Dwarf restaurant, as you get close to it, you see that it's actually, the door is magnetically sealed because of the station's lockdown. So without either manually trying to force open or force these systems to work one-on-one, or without hacking into the network, you're kind of locked to this hallway, essentially. Does that make sense,
This
everybody?
is the security outpost, though.
That is, yep, that's the concourse security station. That is also under lockdown. All these doors are under lockdown, so...
Would there not be an override, or might there be an override there to,
Yeah,
check
it's...
the other places?
Yeah, and Addison would confirm that, too, that getting into concourse security would be... It would make at least navigation through the concourse block that much easier.
Okay.
Is there
I
any
don't-
goo visible in here?
There is not.
Any goo.
The floor and the walls are all pristine. There's no sign of that purple substance anywhere.
Okay. I don't want to leave any unknowns between us and the shuttle, so I think I want to get to the security station, see if we can get a read on anything around here.
Okay.
Any other, or any protest to that?
I mean, we have perfect opportunity to go shopping right now. No lines.
Are the stores magnetically sealed?
Who brought this basic life form along?
You basic. Call me basic.
When you go down there, you can see what sort of state that the public shopping area is in. Currently, you can just kind of see that there are signs saying that there's stores and stuff around the corner, but you can't really go see that unless you go all the way down there.
And Nick, this how do you ping again?
Click and hold.
Yep.
Okay, this right here, the offices. This is open to the bug.
So, well, here's the thing. You guys can't actually see the bug, so I'm going to delete him off the map.
Oh right.
Oh, good. Good.
It was just at the time, at the time of the ship's flyover when they did their scan.
Right.
That was its location, but the scan
Okay.
wasn't showing real-time motion at all either. So if
And that
it
was a while ago.
correct, that was I would say at least an hour ago, if not more.
It was like an X-ray. It just showed us a picture. In time.
Exactly. Yep.
So
There's
you're telling
virtually
me that
no
thing
chance
could be
he's still there.
anywhere?
Can I use the scanner that I've got to detect for the? I want a motion tracker, Nick. Is what I'm saying.
Yes.
We're not playing the Alien RPG yet.
Yes, we are. Wait and switch.
11 meters. 10 meters. They're in the room.
So yeah. So I'll take a mind. It's essentially a mind test, and you're gonna roll 2 extra dice if you have a scanner.
I also have a detection scanner. For the record. Would it be
2 extra
useful
dice.
to...
It does. I mean, it's in my arm, but does handheld devices give me any bonus for that as well?
In this particular case, I would say no.
If it's built into your arm, is it really handheld?
It might be.
Arm held.
Shoulder
if it's
mounted.
built into your arm, isn't it
Can I
actually
change my
Scott?
handheld devices for shoulder-mounted devices, please.
Okay. The ping shows you're getting some. Is this a detection scanner or like a medical
Detection
scanner?
scanner, yeah.
Okay. Yep. You're getting motion in the southeast section of the concourse block.
Oh, good.
So that's
Right where we're going.
quite a ways away. Well, yeah.
No, we're going this way. We're not going through this area yet.
I figured we'd go like this way,
Right.
away from the spider. Hopefully. Yeah, that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that plan.
Okay.
If I'm able to open the door, perhaps someone can jam it open, so I'm not stuck in the network for too long. The other AI is formidable.
We're not putting you in the network until we absolutely have to, because we don't have much time, right?
Very well.
Countermeasures.
Yeah. The decoys are a finite.
Resource, yeah. I think you spent 3 bots, right? So you said we've got 3 of those.
I have 3 left right now.
How many bots did you spend to create your decoys? Because you should spend 1 destiny plus a number of bots. And
Did the Destiny spend last?
Because I had 3 left because we did something.
You spent 2 extra bots to not be detected.
That's
by
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I have 3, and you said that counts over this one. So I currently have 3 bots left.
Okay, so to create your decoys, it takes a destiny to trigger the ability, and then my house rule, or not house rule, but my on-the-fly rule is that you can then spend bots to create extras of them, and
Okay.
the number of decoys you create is equal to 1 plus the number of bots you spend.
Okay. Should I create those now?
That's up to
I
you.
assume, yeah. Should I spend all my bots or should I keep one?
Do you use them? Don't you use them to trigger stuff in cyberspace?
They can be used for that, but
Okay.
let me think about it for a minute. You guys keep
All right.
chitter
let's
chattering
make our
about your
way
meat
to the,
your meat spaces.
Yeah, let's make our way to the security station. in that
Okay.
case.
We need to stealth. Do we need to stealth our way there, or could we just run?
It's up to you.
No, let's
I think
make
we
an
should
attempt to
not-
not be heard.
Yeah,
All right.
which means someone gag Alaria.
What? I'm stealthy when I want to be. I'm not the
She
one who's
said-
been sitting here arguing for like 2 minutes.
She said loudly.
Okay, so then what I will need is everybody to give me an agility test.
Oh no!
Oh, the test I'm good at. Oh.
Well, I was just saying, like,
you.
do we need to send everyone to that door?
That's a good
I
question.
don't want to. We're not splitting up.
But I thought rule number 1 is always split the party.
I have that
Maybe
written
on
right
Cat World.
here. Cat World.
Okay.
So if everybody who's going and is trying to be stealthy, I'll need an agility test, and we'll just go. How many do we have testing? We have U5. Yeah, so U5, and we'll just do majority rules. So 3
You're not
successes.
counting Scott, are you?
No,
No.
I'm in his arm.
Oh, so there's 4 of you then,
In
right?
his arm.
I mean, I assume I don't count.
No, you would not.
You never count.
I don't have agility. I have null.
That's
agility.
right. You have 0 agility. Okay, so out of the 4 of you, then
It's just a straight up agility test.
straight up agility test. You can spend
Click
heroism
the
to roll.
die. Right? Just click the die. Okay.
Yep, as long as you have the correct number of dice inputted in your test dice field. Should be at 2.
great.
The default is 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
Nice, nice.
Hey!
Did it not do my roll?
It did
No.
not.
I
Not
did
yet.
not get one. No.
You might be prompted for a weapon.
Yeah, you have to
Oh, it
select
did
a
prompt me
weapon.
for a weapon. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
From
All right. There we go.
Very nice.
Wow.
Okay. And now I'm going to
Wow.
test for
That's just who I am, guys.
the bug.
Oh, that's actually not a great roll.
You're
Alright.
one in front of the person who has 2 agility.
Well, you really just got to be better than the worst guy, right?
No, that's not how stealth work.
No, that's
Don't
just
have
how
to be
running
better
away
than
from
the
bears
bear.
works.
Yeah, don't have to be stealthier than the bear, just stealthier than the.
Okay, so you guys are making your way east through this hallway. And as you come up to the transit offices, I'm just going to move Buffy. I just have Buffy out just because that was the first character on my list.
Oh, sure. Just kidding.
I don't even see how it's the first one on your list because we've got an Alaria, right? It's not even alphabetical,
Oh,
so
I
it's definitely
suppose, yeah.
favoritism.
Yeah, but Alaria's not leading the party.
Definitely not.
So this open area that leads into the transit offices definitely looks like it has a security shutter that should be closed, but it's currently open. I shouldn't say it should be closed. It can close from the ceiling, but it's currently open, and you can see straight through that. In the middle of this area, I'm going to draw it on the map here, is...
A spider.
No. It is an access column that you see. There are lifts that would take you up to the second level. And then...
But let me guess, they're inactive.
They are, correct. And branching off of this center, like, access way are the offices to the east and west of that area. And then it continues straight south. So you can kind of see, like, the elevators block most of your vision to the south, but you can kind of get a little bit of a glimpse as you go through. And you do see a large, one of those, for lack of a better term, ant crab things in and around this area, and it looks like it's moving to the east. So heading in the same direction you guys are, it's just a little ahead of you, and it's moving slowly. It's not.
I'm definitely picturing the lobstrosities from the Dark Tower.
Oh, bigger than that.
Oh, good.
These things are four-legged. They're covered in like a grayish purple chitin. They lack any sort of discernible head, but they have these sensory antenna/tendrils that kind of presumably sense the air around them. And then when it got close to Kevin, it actually, the carapace on the front of its body opened up and longer tendrils came out and wrapped around him before it was finally taken down. So that's what you know about it.
How did that feel, Kevin?
Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's so horrible.
Even doesn't answer the stupid cat.
So you do see, and you do see that it's heading in the same direction as you guys. It's just a little ahead of you.
What's the scale on this? I'm sorry, Nick. What
each of these
since I see
squares-
like 3 squares across. What is that about?
Each of these squares is about. They should be 30 feet. It says 45 on this, but they should be 30.
All right, 30 feet though. Okay. All right.
Okay. Proceeding. I'm assuming. Okay.
Yep.
As you get to the open area at the far end of the hallway, this is the Traveler's Center. You see that the middle of this area has like seating and benches, and there's some like public information terminals. And then along the walls are vendor stalls that all have security shutters down, except for one of them. It looks like a shutter was damaged and it's only partially closed. There's enough space that a character could squeeze through there if they wanted.
What kind of shop is it?
That is...
Computer Hacking Equipment Co.
It
Space
is,
USBs.
it
Hacks
is,
are us.
Clothing for Alaria company.
it is a datapad software shop. So it's a place that you would buy software packages for your datapads.
Like video games.
Like video games, exactly.
The anime.
So like the Apple App Store, but an actual physical store.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
And then there's the door to the security offices. There are no windows into the security office. That whole eastern wall is just dominated by big advertisements for like travel to the edges of the galaxy and like explore the frontier and that sort of stuff. And then the door into the security office is closed and under lockdown.
You said this shutter was open, or maybe down here, but
Those are both open. Yep. You guys right now are about here.
yeah.
But yes, that whole center, like it's free movement north and south from the north end to the south end of that area. So
Nick, can I go check out the broken shutter
you can.
Why?
as a mechanic to see like what might have caused it to not close all the way?
Can you give them an estimate on your own time?
You can, yeah. Go ahead and give me. Well, no, you're a mechanic, so you're not going to need a test. You don't see damage, like you don't see like it was impacted or anything like that. It really just looks like this is something that has been like almost like wear and tear, like it's been breaking down over time.
Okay.
And so you're guessing that this is something that never has closed properly.
So my cat-like suspicion is not turning on here.
Probably not. No.
Okay.
I
made
mean,
up
you
this
be the judge of that.
cat-like suspicion, by the way.
I want to squeeze through that shutter into that data pad store.
No! What? No!
Okay.
I just want to take a look around.
No!
What?
I make like the military gesture to
Keevan-
get back.
What's done is done.
Keevan's like out loud saying no,
No,
and Ilaria
no,
just turns
no,
and like
I'm not.
puts a finger to her lips like, shut the thing can hear you."
Okay. So Ilaria squeezes under the shutter quite
I
easily.
like Tab Buffy and point at moron.
You're making a mistake of thinking that Buffy cares.
Ilaria, inside these shops, these shops are really small. It looks like most of the shopping, like people who would actually be perusing the wares, would actually be outside of the shutters while they do so. So when you come in, you're pretty much like up against the back wall of this area.
Anything valuable?
What you see, yeah, there's a lot of data chips, stuff that you would install into a data pad. So if you want to give me, or let me put it this way, are you looking quickly and then planning to get out, or are you taking your time to pick through everything? Because there's a lot of stuff in
I'm
there.
definitely not taking my time. I just want to glance around, see if there's anything neat, and if there is, I'll nab one or two.
Nice. Okay, give me a mind test, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay, so... okay, you find a data chip. You find two. You find a navigational software package data chip and a medical software package.
Okay. I'll grab those, and then I'll hop back on with everyone else.
Keevan is furious.
I'd like to see those later.
Wait, do you sound that loud?
You know what? I'll send it through the voice comm to, sorry, Matt's character's
Ilaria.
Ilaria.
Yes.
It's literally in the chat.
That's what I was looking for. God, I had it on the other screen with the manuals.
So
Stop browsing
Ilaria's back
Reddit, Scott.
after like a minute, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. What's everyone else doing?
I'm just
Glowering.
opening the door.
I'm just explicitly keeping an eye on our guest to make sure she doesn't do anything.
Bryn. Okay, so Addison looks particularly jumpy, but he's been keeping it together so far. Bryn, normally looking very stoic while she was on your ship, she does now look like she's growing concerned. But she's glancing around a little bit, but she doesn't seem to be like attempting to make a move or preparing for that or anything. She just seems to be more on edge than previously.
Sure. I'll just make sure I keep behind her and keep an eye.
Right. I'm assuming you still have her gun.
Yep. I'm patting it.
Okay.
Is it pointing at her back?
No, I haven't holstered. I'm not that bad, but
Okay. So like I said, the door to the security station is sealed via the lockdown. So how would you guys like to try and access that?
Is you
Can
can
I-
open that, right?
I'm going to use clairvoyance to get a sense of what's beyond the room, beyond the door.
Okay.
So it's base 8. Like few seconds is +0 because I've got the reduce. So just 8. Yeah.
Is there a distance modifier too, or no?
If I use projection, if I use up to 30 feet, it's +1. So
Okay, so
9.
yeah, if you're just doing the other side of the door, that'd be up to 30 feet. So yeah, 9. And then don't forget to roll your power die. Don't roll higher than or lower than your stress.
I rolled equal to my stress.
Equal. Does that trigger it? I think with Doom at where it is, that is going to trigger it. So do me a favor and check your feedback effects.
Where is that?
Should be just down from the list of like the different focus.
All right,
abilities,
yeah.
I think.
Equal to or less than. You witness a possible future that results in terrible pain or crippling self-doubt. The mentalist suffers the doubt until the end of the next
Okay.
Until the end of the next what?
turn.
Oh.
Yeah. So realistically, the doubt isn't going to do anything, but that does mean that your ability is unsuccessful. So what it is Keevan's. Well, actually, Dave, I'll let you narrate that for me. Is he so stressed and anxious at this point that maybe that might be throwing off his perception? Because that's what I was going to go with.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So what would he see on the other side of this door that would cause him to basically shut this ability off and not try again?
I don't know, like with like shining level stuff. There's like purple ooze everywhere on the other side of that room, and it's just moving towards the. And then like it briefly looks down, and like he can see it like pulling around his feet,
Nice.
and then he blinks and it's gone.
Okay. Yep. So he would know that may not be true. Like he would know that is his stress kind of coming to grips. But yeah. Okay. There we are.
Yay. So what does triggering the feedback doesn't reduce my stress or?
I don't believe it does. No. You have 5 stress even after reducing your stress from.
After reducing it by, I reduced it by 1 because that was all I could get.
Okay, and remember during at-rest scenes, if you interact with your bond in some way, you can reduce it by another 1. Interact or reference or whatever.
Right.
So anytime you guys go ahead.
But still, I'm on like a 40% chance of. No, 60% chance of completely just fucking up every time I use a spell now.
That is true.
I know this is not combat, but might I be able to attempt to de-stress him? Seeing him, I put his hand up to the door and then, come back with a start.
Mm-hmm.
Also seeing, the load that he took on, doing other attempts to do stuff like that.
Yeah, I think totally. That would totally fit.
All right. So the de-stress attempt is going to be spirit, base 5 plus your stress level. There's no
For 5.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yay!
Oh wow. Okay. So you lower your stress by 1.
Cool.
And Dave, I like the idea, or rather, I don't like the idea of you sitting at a 60% chance every time. So I think after you trigger feedback, you reduce your stress by an amount equal to the level of the feedback that you suffered, maybe?
So 1.
Yeah, so 1. So you would go down 2 after that and Buffy's de-stress.
Okay, yep. Fine.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because sometimes freaking out just de-stresses you,
When?
Well, it worked for you. You saw a floor full of purple goo. You're fine.
Yeah.
Feel better.
Oh yeah, I'm super fine now.
Yeah.
Super green.
Once you realize it's not real, you're good. So, let me examine this door.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Because Ilaria said that I could open it, and I just love that confidence in me.
Yep, so manually opening the door is going to be more difficult than doing it through the network, but you also then don't have to contend with this superpowered AI.
Sure.
And that's why I'm holding back.
Right. Op has some PTSD.
Let's not open that barrel of bees until we have to.
Do I get a sense of how loud that would be?
Ooh, that's a good question. You know that that'll depend on your roll. So, and this is what I'm going to say is that you'll roll your test, and then I will inform you, because you're a mechanic, you would know, as far as like, okay, either if you didn't roll high enough, you would know that I can stop here and not open the door, because if I'm afraid that if I open it, it will be too loud. Whereas if you roll high enough, you would understand. You know what I mean? Because you have that level of training and familiarity.
Now this is something I can spend heroism on?
Correct.
Right?
Spend as much heroism as you want to roll as many extra dice as you want. You cannot roll more than 5 dice.
Yeah, spend it all before we fight the crab.
I'm just trying to think of my other skills and stuff that might help. Nothing seems really...
This music is making me very uneasy, by the way.
That's
I
the
know,
goal.
we do, yeah.
That's the goal.
Success. Alright, so normally I would just roll 2 dice, right?
Correct. This would be a mind test, so you'd roll 2 dice and add your mind.
Okay. And I would like to add 1 heroism to that.
Nice.
So I reduce that on the character sheet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Set your test dice to 3.
Unless you're intent on cheating.
How do I set the test? How do I set the test dice to 3?
There should be a little field that says test dice, and it has a 2 in it currently.
Right above the attributes.
Yeah.
Weirdly, it already says 3, so it was like it knew.
Oh.
Okay. Here we go. That's it, right?
That's it. Then just click the button next to mind. Perfect.
There we go.
Okay. So you open it wide enough for you or Ollie or Ilaria to get through, but not large enough for anyone of size 2 or larger, which is everyone else.
So basically you're saying cat people going to rise up.
Cat people and Ilaria, yep.
Well,
Cat people and people who can squeeze.
Yep, exactly. You could open it further, but you know that it was silent up until now, and now it's sticking. So you know that opening it further would cause it to make a considerable amount of noise.
I raise an eyebrow in question to my captain.
Ilaria just whispers like, no, this is perfect. Bye. Waving at even.
Buffy? My one raised eyebrow indicates to you perfectly I can open this more,
I think we
but
lost
it'll make
Casey.
noise.
I think Casey's AFK.
Okay.
He's what?
Well,
Kevin shakes his head.
Since
Ilaria
Ilaria...
nods vigorously.
Since Casey's apparently AFK, and Ilaria has gone in.
Oh, you did go in?
I wasn't sure if I actually went in or if I was
Or if you
staying,
were
like-
starting...
I mean,
Yeah,
Ilaria
absolutely
totally
want to go.
would.
Yeah, I think like if there's any pause at all, then Ilaria will. Yeah.
Well,
I think
so-
your bye-bye was explicit, right?
yeah. Bye.
Can I get an idea of like, so I've got the door like a foot open or something like that, right? Or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like wedged open? Did I trigger some kind of mechanical thing that sort of silently moves it that much, and then like
it is
like is someone like physically holding this thing open and like it could crash shut or something?
Nope,
or-
it is.
okay.
It's open. Like it's not going to close on its own. At least currently. Now that is to say that if the artificial intelligence becomes aware of this,
good.
it could force the door closed. But currently, just like on a mechanical level, it is open about a foot, and it's not going to close on its own.
Can we wedge a pipe under it or something?
You could definitely try and do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if that's what you're gonna do, then yep. You.
I carry 400 wrenches of various sizes.
That's right.
So, one should fit.
That was an amazing stealth check you did earlier. So, yeah. Okay. So yeah, you are able to wedge something in the way so that it would at
They're
least
all wrapped in cotton, by the way.
cotton wrapped wrenches. Yeah. So that it would at least provide some resistance should the door be forced
All right.
closed.
And would I get a sense of something is trying to close the door? Like if I'm near it or whatever. Or...
You would hear the door, like you would hear it straining against the whatever's propping it. So yeah.
So we get a few seconds
Correct.
to dive out. Okay.
So Ilaria, are you on the other side of the door, or are you with the party still?
Yep.
You are, okay. So, so the room, right on the other side of the door it's basically a hallway that wraps around the western wall of this block. I'm gonna draw a line here. Basically goes like this.
Should I be seeing? Oh, there we go. Okay.
Mhm. So that's
So it's like a catwalk or something?
no, it's a hallway.
Oh, okay.
And it's along one side, along the interior side of this. Oops, hang on. Yeah, along the interior side of this, you do see there are multiple doors leading in, but there's no other doors on the exterior until you get to like this corner. Then you can see the door that leads out to the southern part of the concourse, and that is still closed. But you have a total. Let me put these doors on here. Now the problem is that these doors are also sealed from the lockdown. But unlike the exterior doors, these doors have little windows in them that you can see through.
Handy.
Mm-hmm.
And they all lead into the same room?
No, they don't. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell that from here, but as you walk around and look into them, you'd see.
I'll
So
just peek into each of them.
Sure. This northernmost one looks into what looks to be a brig. You see a small, like, control station, and then a total of 4 different cells. They are... Okay, you can see 2 of them, and you can tell that they're totally open, they're empty, they're vacant. You don't see anything that's unusual. The other 2 cells are facing the 2 open ones, so you can't see into them, if that makes sense. But you can see that there's this really faint light blue glow coming from them. And you've spent enough time in and around space stations, you recognize that that is the energy barrier that acts as like the door to these cells. They are active on those 2 cells.
Shocker, Alaria familiar with prison force fields.
Is there anything inside?
You just see the small control station, the 2 open cells, and the 2 that presumably have engaged force fields. But that's all that you can see. You don't see anything else.
Oh, it doesn't like provide a window to inside the cell.
Correct. Not from this angle. You can only see the 2 that are deactivated.
Okay.
This second door, if you were to proceed and keep looking, this second door looks into what looks to be just an office section. There are multiple workstations. There are a couple of offices that are further back against the wall that are like enclosed offices. And then there you can see the double doors that lead into the control tower. And you can tell that those are also sealed from the lockdown.
And the control tower is where we need to get to, right? In order to, like...
No, there's a security office in there that we can get the...
Okay.
And then the southernmost door looks into a short hallway that has a couple of doors leading off of it. You see signs for, like, conference rooms and stuff like that. And then you can see that that hallway also then connects back into the main office area. So these 2 southern doors are connected to each other via, like, a U-shaped hallway, but that northern door is just the brig. Does that make sense?
I'll head back over to the door that we kind of cracked open. And I think, Casey, are you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. So, if you wanted to do the thing with Buffy earlier.
Which thing with Buffy?
So we opened this door, and Izzy can't really get it open large enough for anyone besides, like, Izzy, Ollie, and me, without risking it making noise. So she just
I raised my eyebrow at you.
Yeah.
Do you want me to make it bigger or not, as it were?
I think so. Yeah.
But Ilaria already went in, so you know.
I mean, yeah.
So if you want to report,
just after you said that, like, Ilaria put her head back through, and it, hey, Izzy, get in here. There's more doors to open.
Yeah. I think one way or another we need that to be able to get in there.
All of us?
Sure.
Okay. At least
Oh.
I keep my wrench.
I'll
All right.
back up away from the door.
Sure.
Yeah.
On what side are you gonna be, Ilaria?
Oh, I'm on my side.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Bless you. So, Izzy forces the door open the rest of the way. There is a deafening, in the silence of this area, it is deafening, the metallic screeching of the door being forced open.
Is it a lot reminiscent to the music that was broadcast across the ship, not 2 days ago or whatever?
You think you might have heard this in the background of that music at some point.
Yeah.
Scott, we can use this for another song.
Oppenheimer just like records this.
I'm playing it back on loop.
I'm digitally bobbing my head.
What does that even look like? Okay. Yeah, so it.
I don't know. You're the GM. Figure it
There's,
out.
there's like a blinking light on my arm that's just blinking in time to the...
There's a little equalizer. Just like little bars going up and down.
So the door is now forced open, and after that's open, it's just deathly silent again.
Great.
It's like when Pippin knocks that stuff down the well in the movie.
Let's get in there.
Nick, do I get a sense that I could close the door behind me or not?
It would, that I would say would require a might test.
That's not me.
I'll cover in last.
Okay.
Someone should keep an eye on the main
Yeah,
room.
I'll be watching the bank.
I'll point out all the stuff that I spotted to everyone.
Find the security terminal. Surely you're familiar.
It's probably in that middle room. That led to all the boring office stuff.
Just remember we got similar species life signs from this area.
Okay.
I'll follow Ilaria up to the security terminal.
Okay.
Or the room that she believes leads there.
So that would be this middle door.
Yep.
All of these, again, are sealed, so I'll need another test, either another mind test from Izzy, or a test from Oppenheimer if he's ready to face his doom.
Oh my.
I mean, there are windows facing into these rooms, right?
Yes.
Can we not look through them?
Well, there's windows in the doors, and you can look through. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what's it look like?
Well, there's no signs of life. This center door has multiple office desks, and then a couple of enclosed offices, and then you can see at the end of the hall is the door leading into the control tower. So there's multiple workstations in there. They're all powered down currently.
Yeah.
Can I repeat the scan to track the crab again?
Sure, I'll take that.
Wasn't that supposed to be 4 dice?
Oh,
Yep, that should be 4 dice.
I didn't click return in the... Oh, that's so much better.
Okay. Yeah, you're getting ping back in this area.
Right, okay.
Here she comes.
Joke.
I don't think I am. The window in the door can't be popped, can it?
It would be
how
hard.
big is the window?
The window's 4 by 6 inches.
It would be like pressure glass, surely.
Yeah,
right?
and it would require a lot of effort to break that.
That's fine. And when you said 4 by 6, that's okay.
It's big enough to see through. Yeah.
It's a postcard.
Enough said.
Basically, what...
It's a postcard. Yeah, you're right. So you're right. Yeah.
Let's just get the door open.
Kevin, you want me to use your arm? Are you going to use your arm, or do you want me to do this?
I'm
My
afraid.
arm extends a middle finger.
I guess I have to do it if he's watching the door, don't I?
Well, Oppenheimer
Yeah,
could, like, jump out himself. Like, he can jump out and into the network.
Yeah, I don't have to like weapons
Oh,
free
okay.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Alright.
I do whatever the fuck I want.
So, crazy arm.
The only
Alright.
concern I have is once I access the network, the AI will probably know we're here.
I'd rather not unless we have to until we get to the tramway.
Right.
Okay.
I concur.
Well then.
Doesn't happen too often. Mark your calendars.
Mark your calendar.
This is a mind test, right?
Yes.
Alright.
And Addison is actually going to support you. Now that you guys are in this tighter hallway and not out in the open with direct access to that creature that you saw before, he's calmed down some. So he's going to support your test. So there's a support button.
I see it.
Make sure you click that rather than your
Sure.
regular test.
And it should add 40, right? Okay. Here we go.
Yes.
Plus 40. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, it added a lot.
I'm gonna spend the stress to swap his role.
Well, hang on. Before you do that, I must have an error in the coding of this.
I was going to say, that doesn't seem supported to me.
No, you should roll 3 dice and keep 3. So roll a third die, roll
All right.
1d6, and we'll add it to this.
Okay.
Oh, good.
On
Oh,
brand.
good.
It's slightly better.
So much better.
Kevin,
Let
do
me
you
tell you
want
how much better it is.
do you want to swap that or no?
Do I know it's a fail? Right. This is a premonition thing, so I guess I see the outcome of what he's doing and
Sure.
decide if it's.
You see that it's the same as what happened on the way in, where he can only open it so far before it.
Oh, but it's not gonna like grind and cause a massive.
Not unless he chooses to do so with it.
Okay, no, I'll leave it then. That's fine
Okay.
if it's a 10 and it's yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you're able to open it about a foot before it reaches the same level of resistance that the first door did.
Sorry, team.
Are you specialized in cat flaps or something?
Ilaria doesn't know that you messed it up. She thinks that you did it like just enough so that she could squeeze through again.
I just
So
opened
she just,
doors
like-
for you, sunshine.
Yeah, so she just turns like gives you a thumbs up and a wink and then heads through.
I go with it. I'm like, thumbs up.
And then like turn to the rest of the party and like shrug. Yeah, I didn't do it.
Okay. All right, so Ilari's on the inside. Again, this main room
Oh,
right
Aria went through already?
Yes.
Damn right I did.
Huh.
I've got the trait that lets me squeeze through stuff as if I were size 1.
She plays Miss
Oh,
Marvel's
yeah,
window.
no, like, I ran through. Alright. I guess if this happened already.
So the room on the other side of the door, it's probably about 40 feet to a wall. It has 8 total workstations, just individual desks with the standard workstation stuff. So like holographic desk terminals that, when powered up, they would project the images and everything to whoever's using them. But they're all powered down currently. Then the back side of the room, there are 2 closed offices. One of them says Concourse Security Marshal, and the other one says it's not a closed office, it's just a closed room, and it just says like maintenance and upkeep. And then the hallway kind of takes a turn to the southeast, and then you see the closed door to the control tower and the branch that leads to the other door that you saw, as in the south part of this section. I can draw this, I suppose. I've been avoiding it because it's such a tight space, but
Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good. We got it.
I'm just kind of looking around while I wait for everyone else to be able to get through.
While you wait for the textures to load in this room.
Man, the draw distance is not that great, huh? What is this, PS1 era?
There's just fog everywhere.
They're overusing that film grain effect as well.
Mm.
Captain, do we care about noise anymore? I can just open this.
I mean, we made a lot of noise before, nothing seemed to come of it.
Run a scan and make sure it's still heading low water.
Can I do that again, Nick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
Good job.
About there.
Ping
It's
that again?
definitely heading this way.
all right.
Yeah, but it's going the other way. So yeah, crank it. Let's get in there.
What do you mean it's going the other way?
Well, I mean, it's like it's going all the way around the room. So let's just file in.
Okay. I do it.
All right. That same sound comes across again, sending everyone cringes as they hear it.
Except Oppenheimer.
Except Opp, yeah.
So,
He's
we're-
enjoying it.
Right.
What's that? I'm sorry.
We're like right
we're all
here.
gathered around.
I
in the
assumed
hallway. I
Kevin
wanna
was up
kick
here.
out the
Yeah.
pipe from under.
He took the wrench when it moved up, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so
It's
all the way
open.
out. It's,
and we can't close it without forcing it closed.
All right. So never mind.
Because this makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Because the DM is a dick.
Okay. So yeah. So everybody's on the inside now, where there are those multiple workstations. What are we doing?
What indeed?
Unless you want me to re-describe any of this stuff.
Can we close the door, or is it similar? I mean, it's stuck open.
It's similar. It's the same situation. So a
Uh,
might test to close it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how big are these ant lobster creatures?
Bigger.
But can they fit through this door?
They could squeeze through an open door. Yes.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay. Can we close it enough that like it's back to where I originally opened it? And could they still? Are they cat size?
Yeah, but it's just more times to be. Just get on with getting the bloody security doors open for this area.
Might need your arm for that, sir.
What? Give me,
I want to pull up. Yeah, can
give
we
you the
get on
finger
this-
again.
Can we get the security cameras working? Maybe.
I think that would require the network access, but maybe we can get we can load a fob with like the protocols to open the doors or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's get to the security terminal then. See what we're capable of getting off of it.
Currently, all the terminals are dark. None of them power up. You can see that there's still power going into them. It just looks like local access is restricted. So this is something, and you guys would all be familiar with this. This would require Oppenheimer.
Oh shit.
Oh, good.
Good for you. And how was it? Sorry.
Right. Okay.
Well, it looks like there's no one here around to fuck. Why don't you go fuck yourself while the adults do something important?
Wow!
Wow. Okay.
Fierce.
Kevin looks down at his arm and then holds it for a beat and then does the De Niro smirk, agree, nod
Nick, your Twitch is not a family channel, is it?
Not anymore.
Is whatever he has to do with these computers supportable by a second?
I would say that once he's in, then yes.
Okay.
Are we ready to enter the network?
Right. Right. Okay. So let's just be clear. Once we get in, you get the doors as the priority. You give us access to either we open all the doors between here and the tramway, or you give us access that we can open them on the move. But we're probably going to have to fight the crab on the way.
Mhm.
The
the
tramway's on the second
unless-
floor.
Yeah.
How do we
means
get there?
We go back to the middle and then access the access column to get up to the second floor.
Ugh.
Well,
Right.
I mean,
In space, there are no
Right.
fucking staircases?
Wait. We're not when the power's off.
we can just climb up the shaft. We don't need to actually ride the elevator.
That's true.
Wait. Check check the south door because we might be able to. Maybe there's a way to get to the tramway, a shorter route by going through this door. Can someone check before we start?
I'll check it.
Okay. Ollie, peeking through the door there, you see that this hallway stretching west looks much like the hallway to the north side. You see that there are multiple airlocks that all lead into the habitation block. And then otherwise, it's hard to see around the corner, again, from your limited vision, but you know that it would eventually lead up to the transit offices. Essentially exactly what the map looks like. So whether it's quicker or not to get to the access column, I think the distance is actually longer by a hair this direction. But if that one thing is, if that thing is moving the other way,
what I'm hoping is that I mean, like if we were about to move, if we like set off a noise where I am, maybe it will come this way.
Sure.
It'll go the top path instead, and we can go round the bottom.
Gotcha.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
How did we open this door, by the way?
It's not open.
Oh.
Well, that'll make the noise.
Oh. I thought Ollie saw down this hallway. I'm sorry.
Yep, he did. That one has a view window like the interior ones. It was the one that was open to the... What's that? The offices? They're closed. They're not sealed. So you could open those doors and go into those offices. Or the office and the storage room, rather.
All right. Once I see that, op is getting plugged in, I'm going to go take a peek in the office, or at least one of them.
Okay.
Right, so Oppenheimer, you're clear, right?
I'm clear, sorry?
Of what you're going to do.
I let a big digital sigh. Yes, I can keep up with the rate of your discussions. The speed at which you communicate is vastly slower than I.
Maybe we stop by that software shop and get you a comeback upgrade. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh
wait, I have one here. Oh wait, no, I will say that one.
You don't have any fingers.
Oh,
you can't grab your digital junk at me. You don't have any.
So,
Can you make Dave's arm punch himself in the face?
yes.
No.
I just sent a bunch of digital images of dicks to Dave's helmet display. Of Keevan's helmet display. Sorry.
Okay, so Keevan, you're going to approach one of the terminals so that Oppenheimer can get access, correct?
Yeah, and I'm gonna
just
start.
get. Well,
I'm
because
gonna
he's
start
got.
making my bots or the.
Yep.
What do you call it? Decoys.
Yep. Okay.
I'll spend all.
I still want to keep a lookout at this door just to see if we get so we get an early warning. But I'll get as close as I need to get him.
Sure.
Like I only need 60 feet, right? Like
Yeah, so that should be plenty of room.
yeah.
Nick, I don't have any bots, but I have decoy. Does that help
I'm sorry?
in any way? I don't have any bots, but I do have decoy as an ability.
I also have decoy. I think that's what I'm using.
Right.
Yes.
But if I can help him with that or something, or support him with decoy,
You could. The thing is that it's a destiny ability, so that would require you to spend a destiny.
Yeah, but with cost 2 destiny for 1 extra bot, I don't think it's worth it. 1 extra decoy rather.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm already spending 1 destiny for it. So
Yeah.
I'll just bite my fingernails then.
Okay. Okay.
could he help me somehow, like with the assist action, like me making my decoys? Would it make them better, or like how?
So this is what. This is what I'm going to say is that he can either use the destiny ability for decoy to make an extra decoy of you, so 1 over the amount that you're providing.
Right.
Or once you provide network access to these terminals, Izzy could support any of your tests by manually using the terminal while you are going through cyberspace. Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay. I think we should go for the second one.
I was gonna say let's do the latter.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm making 4 decoys.
Okay, so then what this is going to do, Scott, is so you have 4.
Yeah, I spent 3 bots plus the destiny.
So anytime the AI takes an action against you, Oppenheimer,
Mm-hmm.
you will roll a d10,
Yep.
and if you roll a 1 through 8, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
4, yes, 1 through 8. If you
yeah,
roll a 1 through
yep.
8, then it goes against one of the bots, or one of the decoys, and then we subtract 2 from that, so then the next time it takes action, you'll roll a d10, and if it rolls a 1 through 6, it goes against the decoy. So you see what I mean? So the decoys don't have hit points, they're just going to go down immediately once the AI realizes they're decoys, but
Gotcha.
the more you have, the less likely, or the longer it's going to take, theoretically, for the AI to find you.
And once he
Will it-
finds me,
Yeah,
does
once
he?
he finds me, will it still? Will it, they, you'll
Oh
still
yeah,
get the
if
use
there's
of the
still
rest of them, yeah.
decoys active, then yes, it'll still
He
we'll
has to
still
keep
roll.
rolling?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. That sounds cool.
And
That's
so,
a cool way of doing that. I like that.
Thank you. That's just ripped from Mirror Image and 5e. But anyway, before we go into that, Buffy, you are inspecting one of these offices, correct? Yeah.
I'll
So
just to inspect it before going in,
okay.
or just listen at the door. Yeah.
So that'd be a mind test. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, pretty great.
Yeah.
What's
okay.
the negative of that roll?
The negative of that roll? This is him
Yeah.
I'm just
listening.
listening at the door before
Oh, right,
opening
okay.
it.
Yeah, you don't hear anything.
Yeah. All right, I open the door.
Okay. Inside is a small office. There's a desk. There's a table with a couple chairs. It looks like that this. It looks like this was the office again of the chief of Concourse Security. And you see a. Okay, let me think about this real quick. You see a picture frame on the wall, a digital picture frame. So it's essentially just a television. But it is removed from the wall, like almost like it's on hinges, like it's opened like it's a door, a couple inches. So you can't see what's in it, but you see that it is open.
Like a wall safe?
Correct. Well, not necessarily safe, but like what you would put in front
But
of
like,
the wall safe.
okay, yeah.
All right, I will head over to it.
Okay.
And, nudge it open.
Sure. Inside, you see that there is a data pad with a blinking red light on it. Otherwise, it's turned off, and it is smeared in blood.
Oh,
Shit
got real.
I will gingerly pick it up and, I guess, power it on, or see that it can be powered on.
Okay. It doesn't power on. This is something that's going to require someone to hack into it.
Must be Android, not Apple.
Well,
Aren't
Scott,
you already busy?
you're going into cyberspace, so
Yeah, that's true. I was preparing the bots. Like,
right.
have I actually entered yet?
Well, you preparing the bots that would just be like a
I
fraction
think
of a
you'd
second.
know if you'd entered, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, but I was just like, this Buffy going into there is happening simultaneously to you entering cyberspace. Does that make sense?
Yes, I figured like when I'm about to go into cyberspace, I would like
Alert everybody.
I'd be like, okay, are we ready to go?
Sure.
Like people are near the doors, like I'm waiting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So we're gonna cut back to Oppenheimer. Do you want? Okay, well I'll leave it to you then. If Buffy makes you aware of it and you want to go after the datapad first, you can. Or if you want to
I
jump
left
into.
after I saw that, Oppenheimer had been instructed to go into the security,
Okay,
I think. So I don't think there's exactly a chance
sure,
right now.
perfect. Okay, Op, you jump into cyberspace.
Oh God.
This is going to trigger cyber combat.
Ha!
So
Yeehaw!
and
Cyber
the
combat.
AI,
Sexting.
the defensive AI is the one that is starting combat. So it gets first action, but
Wait,
Okay.
it gets to act first, even though he's the one that triggered this.
yeah, you know what?
It's like an attack of opportunity.
No, I think it makes more sense actually. because it didn't know like you were coming in at this access point. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's also, yeah, I mean, it is vastly superior and, more sophisticated and capable, but, like, I still didn't
Vastly.
know that he was doing anything.
Ian, where are you? Where is Ollie located right now? Because I know where everyone else, but I haven't heard from Ian since he looked through that door.
Yeah, my main thing is still keeping an eye on the what's your face? Bryn.
Bryn.
Yeah, and then also I'm kind of located nearby where Kevin is because I'm kind of wanting to back him up,
Gotcha.
surprisingly, in case like something is coming through that door.
Gotcha. Okay, good to know. So we have Buffy and Izzy and Ilaria down in that area, and then the rest of you are up by that first door. Okay, great. And Oppenheimer's in cyberspace. Okay, so Op, you're going to have first action. Because you jumped in or you jacked in before this thing realized that you were coming in, or rather, it wasn't aware of your action, essentially.
Yeah.
I'm pulling up Cyber Combat real quick.
As 158 is the page number, something like that.
Let's see.
Oh, right, it's the one in the Discord.
Yes. Cyber Combat is 154. Okay, so yeah, you have your actions, which are attack, cleanse, defend, interact, scan, or jack out, or you have the programs that you have as a coder that are available.
Right. Let's see. I would like to. I guess I'll start by interacting.
Okay.
To try and get into the doors, like, get control of the doors, I guess.
Okay. All right, so that is going to be a mind test.
Okay. God, why am I? Okay.
No pressure.
No pressure, but don't mess it up.
Nothing's really hinging on this.
Yeah. Nothing at all. And it should be just 2 test dice, right?
Unless you have expertise with cyberspace, then you'd be rolling 3.
Sorry, you kind of expertise.
Expertise with cyberspace, then you would be rolling 3.
I do. So
you
it's
roll
3 then?
3 dice, yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Whew.
Okay, and I'm sorry, I was reading something else. What was this? You're interacting to do what?
Gain control of the doors of the station.
Okay, this test will give
what
you.
a roll.
This test will give you control of the interior doors of the concourse block only. So none of the airlocks leading out of it. None of the airlocks leading out of it, but the regular doors, so like the one going into the control tower, and pretty much all the yellow doors on the map you now have access to.
Okay.
After you...
As in they're all open right now, or...
I have control of them.
And you just have to blink and they open and close?
As long as he is... As long as he is accessing cyberspace, yes. He can basically spend his quick action to open or close them.
Damn. Alright.
In that case, I will spend my quick action. So I'm just going to zoom in on this block we have here.
I can move the tokens too so you can see.
Oh, yeah. So the most outward one, this one, that's the one we're keeping closed because we think there's a Spidey boy out there.
We forced this one open.
That was
Right,
forced
and
open.
made a noise.
Kevin is looking out of that door on watch.
Okay.
So this
And
one
Ian-
is forced
Ian,
open,
you're down
and
here?
this one is forced open.
I'm over there.
Oh, you're up there too with Kevin. Okay. Alright.
So I'll just say back to the group, I'm in. What doors would you like open?
None of them. What? The opposite. Yeah.
Okay.
But no matter where we are in like this building, he can open doors.
In the
The yellow
concourse block only.
Oh,
So not in the control tower, not in the habitation block. He just has access to the concourse block.
so he's basically Bluetoothing in.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Can I save my quick action?
You can't. You get a quick action until the start of your next turn, and then you have it. So you can't like bank them. You know what I mean?
Right, but I mean, like, until my next turn, I can just not use it until I do.
As long as you have something that allows you to use it off of your turn.
Okay. I'm just thinking, like, opening a door or closing a door.
That I would say, yeah, I would allow you to do that off your turn. But the thing is, only you and the AI are in combat. Like, none of the characters are. So it's just your turn, and then its turn, and then your turn, and then its turn. So.
Is there any reason to get into the control tower?
I'm sure there's a reason.
But I mean, we can open that door right now.
You know, Nick, I would like to open...
I didn't say that. I didn't mean it.
Let's see. Where's the...
That was a quick turnaround.
Well, it's just an idea. I didn't necessarily
go.
want it to happen.
Every door in this box.
Gotcha. So everything in the security station.
No!
Okay.
Too late, he said it.
The
So-
funhouse opens.
Kevin is standing watch at this open door, and behind him, the door to the brig slides open, probably giving him a start.
Fuck me.
Addison gives an audible yelp when the doors all slide open around them, and the door in the south opens. Buffy, you can hear everything opening in the security block. So now there's open
Are
access.
you like the village
Sorry.
idiot of your vastly superior AI?
I would like to keep... I would like to keep, sorry, this one door closed. This one.
Okay, that door is remaining closed. That's fine.
Yeah. Everything else open.
So now we're just basically trapped in.
No, the opposite was trapped.
No.
All right.
Okay, the AI is going to attack at...
So wait, is this door open too?
yes. Yes.
Okay.
Everything in that
Everything
square
but this
danger
one
was
here.
open.
Sweet.
All right. So the AI is going to attack Oppenheimer. So
I roll a
Op,
D10.
roll me a D10, and if you roll 8 or lower.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yay!
So the attack hits one of your decoys. It fizzles out, and then real quick. So we're going to cut to everybody out in normal space. You guys know that all the doors have opened. What are you guys doing? And we'll start with Ian and Ollie.
Well, do I see anything moving? I guess that's the big question I have. So I'm kind of whipping around.
Can
and stuff.
Keevan, looking into the brig, see a glow of energy barriers?
Those are down.
Fuck me.
So Ollie, you, as far as looking for motion, looking out this direction to the main part of the concourse, you do see that creature start to approach around the corner of the transit offices. Looking back into the brig, where there were those energy fields locking up those two cells, you don't see any motion. And then Addison and Bryn are both like, well, Addison's like glancing nervously up and down the hallway. He hasn't peeked out around the corner. Actually, yeah, he'll start to peek his way out around the doorway, looking out into the main concourse.
And and where is who's next to me right now? Like
Me
Addison,
and Bryn, I
Addison,
think.
Kevin, Bryn, and Ollie are all together.
okay, so I want to like tap on Kevin and motion to the door in front of us if we can try to shut it closed before this creature gets there, but I don't want to make a loud shout in case it doesn't know we're here yet.
Right.
So I'm just using sign language right now. Tapping Kevin and pointing at the door.
So
Sure.
when you say it's like, is it powered on, or is it just that it's opened? Does it look like the controls or the door? You know, if there are controls on the door panel, that it would close.
I would say that yes, you would be able to access the control panel for it.
Okay, I'll try and close the door, and I'll signal Ollie to move down the corridor.
Okay.
Get Izzy to open the south door.
Gotcha. Okay, so the door slides closed. There's a hiss and a click as it sets into place. And I'm gonna drop this fella in there. Just for reference sake. Just for reference. Don't stop.
Oh yeah, is that all?
Pay him no mind.
It's about there. Yeah. Ignore me.
10 seconds. What did I miss?
Okay, so the door leading.
I left when the AI was attacking Scott.
Right. So the AI destroyed one of the decoys. The door that Kevin and Ollie are watching that leads from the concourse into the security station is now closed. They closed it manually, and this bug creature is making its way towards that area. Still moving slowly, though.
I'm guessing it saw you or no?
Uncertain at this point.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's very difficult to tell if the creature with no head is looking in your general direction.
Well, bang on the door just in case.
So then Buffy.
No, that's gonna let us. That's gonna let us run like. Oh, this is brilliant.
So Buffy and Izzy, you two, how are you reacting to all these doors sliding open all of a sudden?
I mean, after we wet ourselves.
Did Oppenheimer actually ask us what we wanted done? Like, I know that Scott did, but
I said what the plan was, right? I said either open all the doors between us and the tramway, or make it so that we can open them on the move. Right?
Isn't that the quickest way now? If the Spider-Man is
It is
going...
now, but the south door is closed, which is why I just said to Ollie, get Izzy to open the door.
All right.
As far as the whole thing, like with Scott and Oppenheimer and who asked what, the way that I tend to approach it is that if you guys are talking about plans and what should be done, I'm also assuming that your characters are having a similar discussion to some degree.
Yeah, that's what I assumed.
That makes sense.
Fair.
Yeah. So in my opinion, Oppenheimer and Kevin discussed what the priority was when he made it in. So
Yeah, like I was more thinking like I've given like these doors can be open and closed. I was just showing them all like, hey guys, way's open.
yep.
Look, we know doors can open.
So-
Wow!
Everything is open except for the door by Kevin and the southwest door.
Okay.
So
By the way, I don't know how to get rid of the yellow line I just drew. Sorry.
I got it. It's fine. Izzy and Buffy, how are you two reacting to this?
I want to do a quick search of this desk and then get eyes on the door to the control tower, I guess, since I know that that's just like at the end of the hallway from where I am.
Okay.
But I know I'm in the security chief's office.
Yep.
So.
We're gonna. I'm sorry, real quick, Izzy. Buffy, we're gonna split that into two actions: one to search the desk and one to get out in the hallway. So roll me a mind test for searching the desk right now. And Izzy, what are you doing?
I'll head to this door.
Okay, the one leading to the southern part of the concourse.
Did someone scream, open that door?
No one's did any screaming.
No, it's been pretty quiet as far as
screaming.
verbal communication.
All right. Well, was it Stokes told me to go open that door?
I told Ollie to get Izzy to open the south door as my example.
So I would have been on my way over to you to tell you that, but in the meantime, you would have been doing whatever you're
Yeah,
doing.
because we're still on technically combat time because of Scott and
Oh.
the AI. So
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be sitting at some terminal waiting for Scott to tell me if I can help him.
Okay, gotcha.
Right? I mean, so...
Buffy, you find a holographic name badge that you recognize also doubles as like security ID or like clearance for the security chief.
Great.
Handy.
Pick it up and get to the hallway.
Okay, so new round. Scott, go ahead and what are you doing?
Let's see. So if I God, what was I gonna say? Hey, where'd my PDF go? There it is. Okay.
Alright, yeah, I can't find its PDFs.
I have a lot on my mind, okay? I have like 732 browser tabs. That is what Oppenheimer does. So, the interact, like now that I've like turn the doors on to manual control or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
if I do something else, do they stay in that state?
Yeah.
Like I can.
You're not
attack
like
with
you're not like
cleanse
holding a button down. Yeah, you've
Right,
set
okay.
them to that, and now they're set. So.
Okay, let's see. What was the special thing you did to me? Where it's like you caused
Install
me-
hindrance.exe.
Yeah. Do I?
You do.
Is that one of the basic moves?
That's under the coder specific actions. So if you go up to where the coder is,
Oh.
which I think is page, I forget.
30,
now. 30
38 or
something.
something?
38. Yes. If you scroll down a little bit, there's a heading that says coder programs. You are in tier 1, so you can do anything listed under tier 1 programs. There are 4 different
Okay.
things.
I would like to. I think I might firewall myself. But then if I firewall myself, he'll know that
That would be sending up a red flag as to what's decoy and what isn't.
would also be installing a hindrance. Would that also be a red flag?
I would say no.
Okay.
You could, and it's not written here, but I would also rule that you could firewall a decoy.
Sorry, you cut out.
Firewall a
Cut out.
decoy. Did you say firewall a decoy?
I did.
And it would still have my defense 8 plus my boldness.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that, actually.
Okay.
Um,
I don't think that requires a test or anything, right?
correct. No, yeah, it doesn't.
Okay. Oh yeah, it just okay. So you set up a firewall around one of your decoys. Okay.
You basically just chummed the waters on that
Yes.
decoy.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that. It's good.
But if he hits the firewall and isn't successful, that decoy stays up,
Correct.
I assume? Okay.
Because now he's not targeting you; he's targeting the firewall. So we're not going to roll the D10 at all because he's just
Right.
going after that. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Firewall can't, or the decoy can't take any actions in there other than those, but that's fine because it couldn't anyway. Firewall can be targeted by break code and has a difficulty of 8 plus your boldness, so a difficulty of 11. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's what he's going to do then. Is this guy's going to attempt to break code on the firewall for his turn? So let's do that.
He's totally going to get that. 11? Come on.
Maybe not. Oh yeah, there you got it.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Smash.
Kevin, did you want to? I don't know what you rolled for your precog rolls, but are any of them?
Sorry?
I don't know what you rolled for your precog rolls, but are any of them less than? 11?
None of them are lower than no. One of them is an 11.
Okay. Yeah. So Oppenheimer sets up the firewall and it just knocks it down. So unfortunately, no ground was made there.
Is the what do you call it? The decoy still up?
Yes, the decoy's protected. Yep, or it was
okay.
protected. So yeah.
Right.
So now going back to normal space, we'll start with we went with Ollie first, so we'll do Ollie again. What are you doing?
Okay, I am still going forward and continuing my message to Izzy that the priority is getting that south door open.
Okay, and you would be able to do that, but like you'd be in the room by now, so.
Yeah, because I was trying to avoid like shouting, so I actually want to go up to Izzy and yeah.
Okay. So
We
then we'll
have
just
radios.
Right, but I was worried that like using the radios would alert the AI, right?
Mm-hmm. All right.
so then we'll throw it to
Because
Izzy.
everything in here is still powered down, right? So I'm assuming that stuff like the cameras and the sensors, the AI is basically blind to us until it powers everything on.
Yes.
Well, we had to power on the terminal to do anything with
Right,
it.
so it knows there's people. What I'm saying is, it knows there's people in the terminal room, but because there's no cameras and we're not using radio, it can't like pinpoint where we're going to go and cut us off. Because if Scott can open the door as a quick action, the AI can, right?
Right.
So we're going to have the whole pink and blue thing.
Alaria, I'm not at that door just yet. But
Oh, okay. Well, I'm chilling over by that door.
you will. Okay.
So Izzy, what are you
Yep.
doing?
So I got Ollie's message. I rub noses with him like cats do, and then
That did not happen.
That's not
No.
consent.
and then I'll rush to that southern door,
Okay.
which means I'm no longer supporting you, Oppenheimer, in any endeavor you have.
Okay, you weren't anyways.
Ever.
And never
weren't
again.
anyways.
And never again, I should add.
Buffy, you step out into the hallway and check the door to the control tower. I'm not going to count this as your action.
Yeah.
But when you look down there, you see that the door to the control tower is wide open, and you don't see anything yet. It's dark up ahead, and it just opens up into a T-junction. But you hear the telltale hiss of another one of those crab ant bug things from the other side of that open door.
Not the door.
For my action, I'd like to sprint to the door and swipe it with the security chief. Like try and close it. Just
Nice.
Swipe it with the security chief. I'm just dragging the body
No,
and like
with the-
waving it.
Swipe it across.
swipe the security chief's key card.
Nice. Okay. Yep, the door slides closed, and right as it closes, you see one of those things just walk into the space right on the other side of that door.
Oh gosh.
And its little antenna are all lightly...
All a quiver.
Yeah, they're lightly grazing over the surface of the door, as if sensing. Kevin, what are you doing?
So is this thing definitely advancing?
Yes.
So I'm like here.
Yes.
Can I try and force the door? Because we're definitely not going out this way. Can I try and force the door down to the smaller opening like they had it before? I don't want to close it all the way.
I thought you closed it already. I thought you used the access panel.
No,
to
I
close it.
closed the door to the brig behind me.
I'm sorry. That's going to be a might test.
To close the brig door.
No. To close the
Oh,
door.
yeah. That's what I want. But I don't want to close it. I want it to get
Yes.
smaller so that
I understand. Yep, might test, please.
All right.
Nice. Yep, you are able to get it back to essentially where it was stuck before. It feels looser now. Like it doesn't. It feels like it could still slide open or close pretty easily, but you are at least able to close it until it's about a foot open.
So I'm going to crouch as well, so I can still keep eyes on the thing. I want to leave it till the last minute before we book it.
Okay. And then Alaria, I know you're waiting by the southwest door. Was there anything else that you wanted to do in this intervening time?
I'm going to... No, I think I'm just waiting.
Okay.
Well, I'm there now, so
Yes. Yep.
Yeah,
so
but I
then-
can't open the door on my own. I'm just waiting to
no.
book it.
Yep. Okay.
I'm
So
like,
we'll go.
come on.
Greyhound in a trap, like pacing.
So we'll go back into cyberspace, and Scott, your action.
I'm gonna firewall a different decoy.
Okay. Okay. All right. So then the AI's turn. It's going to test against the firewall. And 11. Got it. Yeah, it drops that firewall.
Oh my god.
well,
Still
Scott
got
plus
3 pots
8.
though, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
its action is much more valuable than. So you consuming
Yeah.
it with this is.
I
Yeah.
think
Fine.
wasting his time is awesome, right?
That's kind of what I'm doing. Like pitter patter, guys.
Okay.
You just keep firewalling till the end of time.
So, Izzy. I mean, maybe we'll see if it keeps working after this. You know, who knows? Izzy, you are at the door.
I shall attempt to open it.
Okay. Yeah, this is the one that he did not raise the lockdown off of. So yeah, I need another mind test from you.
And I can't just ask him to open the damn thing?
I mean, you can.
Or I guess he's busy, isn't he?
Yeah, that's the thing, is that he's kind of predisposed. It takes
You're
a
a
quick
little
action.
busy?
It takes a quick action to do it. Yeah, I guess there wouldn't be a reason why he couldn't do it. If
Yeah.
you want to spend your quick action to open that door.
Sure.
Okay, well, there you go. So Izzy and Ilaria, since you two are right there.
I try to make it like look as if I did some magic spell in front of Ilaria. So it's something really wild and awesome.
I don't think she's fooled.
Old mechanic trick. Old mechanic trick, honey.
Oh yeah,
Honey.
is that so? And I'm not your
Nope.
honey
All right. Sorry, let's go.
yet.
Oh my god!
Okay. All right. So you two are heading through the door and towards the access
Yeah,
column.
let's do it.
Yes.
You guys can move 2 spaces forward. So,
Okay.
Alaria, if you want to slide, we'll just use Alaria for both of you.
Okay. That's fine.
Kevin.
They're an item after all.
I still have I'm still able to communicate with Oppenheimer while he's in cyberspace, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is everyone at the door? Is everyone through the door? I'm asking Oppenheimer.
Oh. Is everyone through the door? Like this bottom
How
one?
does he know?
The south door.
Would I know that, Nick?
I would say no, because it would be an action to interact with like security cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
all right. Okay.
A bit
I mean-
busy. Look yourself.
Yourself.
Use your meat sensors. That's how he calls eyes.
That's a meat
Sensors.
sensors.
Use your meat sensor balls. Meatball sensors.
Ollie, Ollie, get everyone out. Make sure everyone leaves.
Okay.
All
And
right.
I'm like I'm like on Overwatch at that thing that's walking towards
Right.
crouched down.
So Ollie, you just sent Izzy out, and you saw Izzy and Alaria make it through that door. You do not see Buffy from your current position. So what are you doing?
I kind of feel like at this point the the silent game is up. So I am.
What was your first hit?
So I am shouting, "Captain, get out! Let's get out of here!" And then meanwhile, I am shepherding the 2 idiots along and out the door, and I'm hurting humans right now and getting them out the door.
Yeah,
Well, I guess
Jeff.
they're not both humans, but
The idiot and idiot prime.
I'm hurting non-cats out the door.
Non-cats. Okay. So we'll just move you down to there.
Because we all know how it is to herd cats.
So
Hurting non-cats is
So-
worse.
Buffy, you hear Alaria yell. I'm sorry, Buffy, you hear Ollie yell.
Yep.
And as you're there in front of the door, again, you can see into the security tower, or the control tower from here. So there's a window that you can see through. You see that this bug thing, after it is kind of feeling the door with its antenna, its carapace opens up, and an appendage, unlike the ones that got Kevin, comes out. It looks more like a tongue, and it kind of brushes against the door. And as you're
Ew.
standing there watching
Yeah,
it,
that's not right.
as you're standing there watching it, you can hear a sizzling sound coming from the other side of the door.
It's using its tongue lightsaber to cut through it.
No, sir. I don't like it.
Yeah, so
This
this
is
door's
like
open.
Arkham in space.
I head through this door, swipe it closed. Yeah,
Arkham in.
yeah, everything is
Hey.
open. So this one is open.
Everything is open. Correct.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, how many actions is it to head? How far can I get? Basically, swiping closed. Everything.
Each square is like 30 feet, right? So you can
Yeah,
do
you can
like
get to where
2.
Ollie is.
I can get to where Ollie is, closing each door.
Yep, because the only door on your way is
Oh.
the one. So
Uh,
is this one
well, that
right
one-
here? Here, I'm gonna move you
no, but
to.
like I want to close the doors behind.
Oh,
me.
close everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say still you could, because all you're doing is you're swiping the card as you're going.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And then Kevin,
Mm-hmm.
this thing is still moving towards you. Are you still hunkering down?
I'm gonna start moving now. If I can see the south door from here, right?
Yes, you see Ollie and Buffy are basically on their way through it.
Then I'm gonna start booking it down.
Okay. Back to cyberspace. Scott, what are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin, you can move 2 spaces down.
I'll do a firewall So when he pings the firewall, can he detect if it's a bot or if it's a decoy or not? Like when he's taking them down?
No, it can't. But it was like firewall on one and then firewall on another. So it's probably safe to assume that it's learning that, you know what I mean? That like, okay,
It's a learning computer.
it's probably
It's a learning computer.
it's thinking that it's probably quicker to maybe attack anything that isn't firewalled rather than just try and break down a firewall at this point.
Right. And installing a hindrance on him would tell him which one I am.
No, it would not.
Oh,
Firewall yourself.
that's what I was thinking. I think I'm going to firewall myself.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to have you do is
And I'm going to save my quick action, by the way.
Right.
Because I have a plan for that.
Okay. I'm going to have you roll me the D10.
It's gonna trap us in the water, the tramway, and feed us to the crab.
But what the D10 is going to signify is not if it hits a bot or not, but if it attacks the firewall or if it tries to drop the firewall or if it attacks one of the bots. Because it is learning that dropping the firewall isn't necessarily getting it anywhere.
Okay.
So roll me the D10, and if it's a 6 or lower, then it will attack one of the bots instead of try and drop your firewall.
Okay.
Nice.
Ooh.
So it takes out one of the bots straight away. So now your D10 is down to a 1 through 4, but your firewall is intact.
Right. Because I have 2 bots left now, right?
Yes. 2
Yes,
bots.
okay.
Or decoys. 2 decoys remaining.
TD,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm assuming everyone else is booking it, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
Buffy, I'm going to get rid of your token just because Ollie's right there. So, okay. So everybody can move 2 squares towards the access column.
Does it matter that
Kevin's-
Alaria's movement is 50?
Oh,
If Alaria is, like, leaving everyone else behind, then yes, I'd say she could move 3.
I mean, I'm not gonna leave them behind.
No, but you know what I mean.
But yeah, I'm
Let's,
gonna run as fast as
you're
I
the
can.
forward scout. Yeah.
Matt, we can end
Yeah.
up there. We can end up there if you'd rather end up there.
Well, I would end up
Well-
there.
You would not.
Yeah,
ahead.
you're still here.
Well, don't we go up and to the left?
Yeah, this is your
So,
target.
am I here then?
Yeah, you can go there.
'Kay.
Diagonal works.
Cool.
Distance obviously abstracted. Kevin, as you head through that, Kevin's the last one through that door, and as you're heading through, you
I
can.
swipe it closed.
Oh,
I
okay.
would've
So
waited. Yeah.
okay, so Buffy's actually behind Kevin then.
Well, I mean, as soon as he's through it, I swipe it and we just keep,
Gotcha.
run. To,
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you guys hear the sound of basically. Let's see, what would that sound like? You wouldn't. Okay. Yeah, you wouldn't hear anything. You just hear the door closing, I guess. I was trying to think of what melting metal would sound like, but I don't think you'd be able to hear it that distance away. So then we're gonna.
I
Jump
think
back.
it would be like the metal tension noise, but wetter.
I mean, it's like 4 doors away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's fine.
So, all right, back to cyberspace then, Scott.
I would like to access cameras.
Okay. So taking the interact action is going to drop your firewall.
Oh, it does?
Yep, firewall while you're behind because you're locking yourself down with firewall. So all you
Okay.
can do is assess, cleanse, or defend while you're
Like, firewalls can't... Okay, one sec. Let me have to read over firewall again. Assess. And assess is like just reading him, right?
Yes.
I'll put another firewall up against one of my bots or one of my decoys. Oh no, that would break my firewall.
That would, yep. Because again,
Oh.
you're locking yourself, like you're defending yourself is what you're doing.
Yeah. Where's the defend action?
That is under the basic cyberspace action, or yeah, cyber actions.
Firewall, install hindrance. I don't see the defense one.
It's on page, what is it, 150?
Oh, right. Okay, so it's not the coder one. Sorry.
Right. 154. The combatant hunkers down and increases its awareness and response against incoming threats. You gain cyber defense plus 3 until the start of your next turn.
Darn, I totally had a plan. That is not going to work. Do I drop my firewall for this? Because, okay, so here was my thought, is if I can interact with the cameras, I can use my fast action to close a door while one of these things is going through it. What was my plan?
Oh, sweet.
Oops, this guy should be there. Yes. Okay, so how about this? I will rule, it's not written this way, but I'll rule that since you rolled so high on your interact with the doors,
Yep.
that the firewall will still allow you to interact with just the doors.
Right, but I can't access the cameras, so I don't know when the spider
Correct.
dude.
Can't
Okay.
he synergy with Buff
He could,
to
yeah.
do that?
So yeah, if Buffy wants to like keep an eye on the door, I don't know what sort of test that would be for Buffy.
Or even, like, Kevin, you're at the back here. Oh, that spider's gonna take a while to get through there.
Yeah, that's the thing is nobody has eyes on any of them yet.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what
and
I'm
the
trying to
one that's in a doorway.
Right, but I've got, because he's like Bluetoothing, right? So he can move. Can he jump back to me so he can use the scanner that I've got in the arm to determine when to close the door, right? Because that
He would
can
have
matter.
to. He'd have to jack out of cyberspace to do that.
Oh,
You know what? I'll probably just do. God. Can I pull? No, that doesn't make sense either. Because like, there's nothing else I really need to do, like, besides defend.
He can jack out of cyberspace. I have an idea. I think. Are there still shops around us?
You guys are on the other side of the wall, so no.
So the shops were all like this.
All on the all in the northern part.
Damn. Is there any terminal, anything?
There are public information terminals, yeah. I mean, in like spaced evenly throughout this area.
Okay, yeah. He can stop interacting and I think. Get him somewhere local. With a card reader.
With a card reader?
Yeah.
yeah, we're going to download
Because
you
if
into
you-
a key
if you
fob and
clone-
then throw you
no,
out an airlock.
Yeah, no. I want to clone the security chief codes, or get Oppenheimer literate in them.
Mm-hmm.
That way he can stop playing footsie with the AI.
Gotcha.
Okay. Me and my decoys will jack. Can I take my decoys with me?
Even because I don't know what Oppenheimer is doing. Really.
Yeah, I guess. Is there? Well, I mean, I assume I can still comms to these guys
I
somehow.
think that's jacking out at that point, is what he said.
I think communication would still be fine. Well,
what's communication if not?
Yeah.
Or, I mean, like, why would that be
you're right.
one way?
You're right. These guys aren't on the network, so I would say no. I would say you wouldn't be able to communicate directly.
So I wouldn't know that you guys are through the doors you need to be through.
Right. So it's either continue interacting with the network or return to Kevin.
I'm just trying to think of my character. Like, would I be able to detect where Kevin is because I'm like somewhat attached to his arm, like I'm Bluetooth
Because
from
you're like
it?
tethered to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Like I would.
You'd have
yeah.
a certain level of awareness because you have to be able to return to it. You know what I mean? So yeah. Definitely.
He would be on like 2 bars now, right? So he would know
Exactly.
when he's on 1 bar.
Right,
Exactly,
I can detect the Wi-Fi, like how
Yeah.
good the Wi-Fi signal is. Yeah.
Right.
I would love it if his health value is just bars.
Oh my god, yes.
I mean, with the decoys, it basically is right now.
Essentially.
Is this map accurate for distance?
It's 30 feet, not 45.
The squares are 30 feet instead of 45, yeah.
Okay, and where's where I jacked in? It's like here-ish?
Yes.
It was in there.
There?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, that's like 60-ish feet. Okay. So I will jack out then.
Okay. Do you have any bots left or no?
I have no bots, but I have...
Gotcha.
Can I take my decoys with me?
Well, once you jack out, they're just gonna like fizzle out.
Okay. Okay. Alright.
Okay. All right, well, that's essentially going to end combat. You guys are moving a lot faster than these things are, so you're able to get to the access column. Kevin and Buffy, as you two are rounding the corner, you start to see, well, no, yeah, okay, there's a view window there. You see this thing is coming through the interior door now as well. So it's closing distance.
It made it all the way through the other ones?
It made it through this first one when you were starting to move, and now it just started to make it through that second one. So
Are we further along than this?
yes, yeah, I would assume that you guys are like
Panics is starting to set in now.
you're about there when you see it. And again, it's just coming through this interior door.
Right. Okay. So, I'll like Alaria climb first. I'll just follow up the rear, and if you wanna, Oppenheimer's back. So do you want to try and do that clone thing?
Well, I'm assuming that you don't have like square, card reader on your arm, so we need something, like a cash register or something for this.
That would be too convenient.
Yeah. I mean, unless Oppenheimer's so sophisticated, he could just read like whatever was encoded into the key
Scan
card
it somehow.
by himself. Yeah.
No, he would need some sort of hard.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Lame.
I will just hold it up.
I'm gonna get a refund on this fucking AI because it's shit.
I need a refund on this meat sack because it shits.
Because it's shit.
All right. Yeah. I don't know if I need to open up the elevator shaft or whatever.
Probably.
It'll open, like, you'll be able to open the elevator essentially as a quick action because the doors are all unlocked and everything's powered up. But yeah, if you're not taking a lift, and that's going to take someone an action to like access the shaft itself, and then you guys can start climbing from there.
Sure.
Okay. So then, yeah. All right. Everybody's able to get there. As long as you guys aren't stopping to do any of that card stuff, you're able to, because these enemies are moving at a certain pace, and it's markedly slower than you guys. So you're able to everybody get into the shaft, and then up to the second level, but seemingly without there being any sort of threat.
Yay!
Cool.
You did it.
Now you said seemingly.
Correct. I did say seemingly, because there's obviously still a threat. Like these things, you know what I mean? They're still slowly coming after you, but it's like the slasher in the slasher movie, like slowly plodding along after the running.
We can't take a breather.
Exactly.
Michael Myers.
Okay, so you guys are on the second level. This access column opens up onto the second level, where there's a couple of small offices here, but otherwise it's open up onto a mostly open promenade, and there are the tram access all along this, basically all on the southern side of this section, kind of like where you are now. The tram access to the Primacore Tower is locked behind its own, like it has its own separate waiting room essentially.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's behind its own locked door. But that locked door does have an ID, like access card, like where you could swipe the guy's ID into it. So, and as soon as like you guys get up there, Addison sees that, and he's like, okay. He's like, I don't know. He's like, you're not gonna be able to get through that with any station ID. He's like, but I could maybe try and alter the station access to provide Primacore access if I merge it with my own ID.
Who deleted me?
There has to be a reason that the security chief, like his codes are still working. The AI wasn't able to get to that level of control. I'm just thinking out loud.
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, he takes out his Addison takes out his coding rig, and it has ID card readers and stuff like that. Like it's a huge modified rig. It's obvious that he does this kind of shit all the time. He's like, yeah.
Oppenheimer, watch him.
Yeah, I would like to I will be observing your coding. I would like to approve of anything you're sending through that.
And he looks at Kevin, and then he looks at Buffy, and he's like, well, oh, okay. And he's like, I guess it's fine, yeah.
No business that is funny.
All he said he was going to do was get, like... What did he even intend to do?
He was going to
Just get us
basically
into-
take his ID and merge it with the Chief's so that the Chief's security level would also have Primacore access. Because he doesn't think that one or the other will be able to get into, like, access the Primacore
I see.
transit
Yeah,
system.
yeah.
Mhm.
So he's combining materia.
I could also help.
Yeah,
Seems
essentially.
absolutely idiotic.
I could also help with that if you need. I don't know if Oppenheimer could help merge
like-
those two codes, but
He's like, I think he's like, it's either this or you send your arm back into cyberspace.
oh no, like Oppenheimer's offering to help him merge the two.
No, I know. That's what
Why
Addison
isn't the
says.
company
though.
idea good enough to get into the company-owned part of the station?
He's like, well, I can try it, and he takes his.
Well, let's do that before we go breaking stuff that doesn't need fixing.
And he touches his ID to the panel, and it blinks a little bit, and then it beeps with a buzz. He's like, nope. He's like, if I were stationed on Zerzura, then I think, I might have access, but unfortunately,
Whatever we're gonna do, we better do it soon, says Ollie,
Yeah.
looking down nervously.
Does it look like they're giving pursuit up the?
you don't
They're on
see
a
them.
different floor, so-
You don't see them. Like if you're looking down the shaft, you don't see them yet, but you can hear them, and you hear the hissing that they were doing last
Yeah.
time.
Alright.
Oh, good.
Nick, can I use sticky situations to make a grenade?
Certainly.
Alright. And I'm gonna be like
Is it a sticky grenade? Because
it is a sticky grenade.
I'm
I want to be. I don't have control over Izzy's counter here on the screen, but
Oh,
if I
you
could be
don't?
here, like no, if I could be
I
here
think I
looking
might.
down the shaft,
Mm-hmm.
how far down is it? By the by.
20 feet, 25 feet,
All right,
30
so
feet?
I take out
30
the
feet, 50
grenade.
feet, about
I
100.
take out the grenade and I say to Ollie and Ilaria, I'm like, if I see them, I will drop this. So
I get
Why are
it.
you getting confirmation from like the retard brigade?
wow.
Jeez.
I'm saying like you might not want to be standing next to the shaft. That's all. It's like
It's okay, I have cat-like reflexes. I see you dropping
And
it,
then,
I'm out of
did you
way.
put some shades on after you said that?
Yes.
It's okay, I have cat-like reflexes.
I hand the guy the ID.
Okay.
Right.
He puts it, and then he puts his in his coding rig, and he's hitting buttons. And I'm assuming that, like, as he's doing this, suddenly, like, his screen flashes orange as Oppenheimer jumps in, and monitors everything. And Addison gives, like, a little, like, okay, and then keeps working. And then eventually it spits out the ID, and he takes the Chiefs out.
Find another one.
He's like, what? What? Make another one? He's like, well, do you have another ID card? He's like, I just have mine and this one.
What sort of hacker doesn't have any spares?
It's like, I'm not a hacker. I'm a corporate paid technician.
Can I copy the ID, like, so that I have the
Like the
files?
data?
So if if we got another card, I would
Yeah,
have.
if he was there in the process, he could have done what I was talking about doing with, like reading the card off of something and then dummying it. Right?
Yeah, if that's...
I've got like a hollow emitter on the arm. Can he not like use that as like a reader, or like the card rather, not the reader, but the?
I'm not following what you're suggesting. I'm sorry, Dave. You have a hollow emitter on your arm. Can you not use that as a...
Yeah, so it's like a projector, right? So it's like it's got like the ability to project information, right? And we can send that. We've done that before. We've mapped a place, and I've sent it to the other people in the party.
Yep.
Can that not like makeshift as a?
The thing is,
card?
you still need a physical card.
Okay, I'm not sure I agree, but okay.
So, I mean, what you made it sound like was that he was taking, combining basically the authority of the station chief with onto, like,
Yes.
grafting it onto
Into a
his
scan card.
security card
Mm-hmm.
or his corporate ID.
Yes, and so
Yeah,
Oppenheimer's copying. So you can copy the information and retain the information, but if you don't have a card to put it on, unless you're jacking into cyberspace, it's not going to do you much good. You see what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see if this guy's process worked.
Okay. So
It didn't like consume the security chief's.
well, it's going to
Did
render
it?
one of them like obsolete.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
I just want to copy the data.
Yeah.
The final product.
And when you do that, he's like, okay. He's like, my bosses aren't going to like that, but that's whatever. He's like, you guys are running the
For all
show.
intents and purposes, we're your bosses.
He just looks
I promise not to
Does
use
it
it for
work?
good or evil.
He's like,
Can we
okay.
go through the door?
Yep. He touches it to the door and it opens up. Yeah. So you guys have access to the tram. He's like, all right. He's like, it's just a few minutes, but it'll take us right to Primacor.
Choo choo, motherfuckers.
Let's go.
All right.
Can I do another scan of the area ahead down the tramway tunnel?
Once you get to the other end, yes, you can. Before we do that, I'm going to give everybody +3 experience for everything up to this point. So that puts you guys
Oh my
at-
god, did we level again?
Nope.
Oh, it's 60, right?
It's
god
60.
damn it.
Yep. You're...
Give me your stupid XP rolls.
Plus 10 XP for Oppenheimer for his awesome cyber.
That sounds like me.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does, I mean, if you had done 10 XP's worth, I'd agree, but...
Wow.
And then I'm going to roll another complication roll, looking at 7 still, or is it 8?
No, we spent,
He
didn't we?
didn't
Because...
I thought he had
Spent-
consumed one last session to come up with the plan. I don't know if if that wasn't reflected, then we are
Well,
at 2 and 8.
You guys started at 2 and 8 last time, and then you recovered 1 because of the shuttle mishap and fixing the shuttle.
My character sheet says Doom 7, but so
Right, so he did spend
That's
one
what we
now.
started
didn't spend it
tonight
last
at.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, so I spent one to do the bots.
It's
So you're
8.
at
Oh, joy.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, well,
Yay!
no complication.
Yay.
Oh, it's a D20? Oh, okay.
Yep.
Mhm.
I thought it was a D10. I was like, ooh, we're
No.
getting dicey.
No, it's a
I'm
D4.
thinking, yeah, D4. I'm
Yeah,
thinking of maybe making it a D12 just because the 20 isn't triggering as often, but at the same time, I don't want it to trigger too often, you know what I mean?
But
So-
I think we're also being super cautious with it, too.
Well, you're at
We've
2
only got
and
2
8.
uses left now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like,
It's not so
Yeah.
much cautious as frugal.
Oh, okay, yeah.
well, I mean,
Oh, I see
it's-
what you're saying, Nick, because, like, we can only ever get to 10, and it's just...
I don't think
50-50.
we've ever gone to a positive balance. Like we've never had it 6
No,
Destiny,
it
4
started
Doom.
it started
Yeah.
at 5 and it's got increasingly worse.
Well, you've got back to 5, but then you quickly went.
Oh yeah,
low
no,
again.
yeah, we have used it as we've recovered it, but
Yeah.
like it's just not entering the ecosystem from the
It's
other
because Nick
end.
doesn't spend any, because
You're
he's
right,
a douche.
I'm not. I do.
Nick,
need
I
to.
mean this.
I mean-
the whole premise of this is kind of like the Star Wars RPG.
Yes.
Yes.
Very similar.
I don't
to
know
that.
what you're talking
Okay,
about. It's completely
So
It's completely separate, not
different. Yeah,
It's almost like I
Star Wars-
liked one thing and put it in my game.
litigatable
right.
at all.
It's
Right,
almost like
it's
on a...
like that, right? It's the accounting
Yes.
of that. It's like
Yes.
okay,
Well-
all right.
If you're, like, it's literally like that, because it's point by point, and the Star Wars one is 5 XP per, or 5 per, on a 100 scale. So there's 20 points, essentially.
Wait,
what I mean?
the force points come into play.
No,
on a D100?
the obligations, or whatever it is.
Oh, sure.
Oh.
Okay. Yep. That's
Oh,
character
yeah,
specific
for
stuff.
complications. Okay, I was just talking
Yeah.
the way Doom and Destiny are related to each other. It's like Nick is supposed to be using it a lot, right?
I
Yes.
should be using it more than
Well,
I have.
That would be at all.
Right, that would be spending more.
literally one instance of it.
So maybe that's something I have to look at, is giving it more of an implication or more of a interaction other than just in combat, because we haven't been really running into combat.
Are there things that we can do to get it back other than rest
You
and
decline
stuff?
to use it for anything.
Dan, to answer your question, how you guys get it back is that if a complication is triggered, depending on
We
the
get one back.
depending on the severity of the complication, like if it's a debilitating complication, and you overcome that, then you get 3 back.
I see. Okay.
So minor is 1, major is 2, debilitating is 3.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, Casey, I didn't hear what you said because I was listening.
I think I just said we were in combat and you declined to, at least what part of the party was in combat and you declined to use
Oh,
it.
yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it probably needs, you can just spend it to lower the complication threshold yourself.
Right. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. All right.
And anyway, yeah.
So the tram makes it to the Primacore Research Tower. Dave, I'll have you go ahead and roll your scanner check again, if you like.
Oh wait, I didn't push return in the 4 thing. Fuck me.
That's really something.
Or dice.
So, Dave, I'm going to say that since you rolled 2 1s on that, which is 2 glitches, I'm going to say that it seems like your scanner is running low on power.
Arm explodes. Right.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah. Is this in your arm? That's in your arm.
Yeah.
Never mind then. Yeah, it just is a failed attempt. So you don't get an accurate reading, whether that's from interference in the tower itself, or if there's just not anything within its range.
Yeah. Okay.
The tram opens up, and it's a small. It opens up into a small, transit waiting room, on the other side of the tramway, and then on the other side of that is a larger concourse. Again, similar to the one you were just in. However, the architecture of this tower is totally different than that of Zerzura. Zerzura was very off-white and smooth and inviting, and again, it had kind of a touristy feel while you were in the concourse block. The research tower, it feels more like you're in the lobby of an office. Yeah, the lobby of Mordor. In the lobby of an office building. There's modern art pieces on the walls and stuff like that, but
Like motivational posters.
yeah, kind of, yeah. There's a couple of informational desks, and then you see signs pointing to this way for mess hall, this way for barracks, this way for blah blah blah, and then there's an access column in the middle of this area that leads up to, according to the directory, various research levels.
Okay, Addison, where's the core?
And he's like, okay. He says, the AI is going to be in the mainframe, which is on the top level. He's like, the mobile platform to house the AI. He's like, I'm not sure where that'll be. He's like, it could either be in the mainframe or it could be in engineering, which is on level 3.
Mm-hmm.
But it's in this tower.
Correct.
Okay.
Right. So we can't find out where it is without entering the network, I'm guessing.
Correct. Unless you, physically go and check the floors. Here, just a sec. It goes.
So engineering was on what floor? Sorry, 2. Did you say?
3.
3,
I'm putting
right.
the floors in our Roll20 chat here real quick.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, if the mainframe's at the top, we might as well check for the mobile platform, and we'd have to take that with us, I'd assume.
Yeah. And he's like, if it's anything like the mobile platforms that I've worked on back on Idris, he's like, it's not going to be easy to move without power. He's like, it's built to house an AI and to be a fully functioning
It would be
platform.
powered separately, though, right? Surely.
He's like, well, it'd be powered by whatever AI is inhabiting it. He's like, and since it's made to be a mobile platform for an AI, essentially to create an IRE, he's like, without an AI in it, it's just going to be. He's like, we can remote control it. He's like, but then we have to, connect to it manually and everything.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know, Oppenheimer? You get to be a real boy.
Hooray!
Don't be so excited.
I think that was his excited voice.
When Kevin says that to Oppenheimer, Addison's like, Well, the platform was made for Obelisk, so I mean, we should keep it for Obelisk. He's like, I don't know, I don't like the idea of.
It's going to be difficult to move that power, and we don't want to lug this thing up 2 stories. If we can get our AI to pilot it to the top and then vacate to allow Obelisk to use it, what's the problem, Addison?
He's like, you're right. That would make it easier. He's like, I don't know what they put in this mobile platform. If there's sensitive information in there and your
Wait,
AI.
I'm the expert they sent.
He's like, I've worked on platforms in the past. I have no
Are
experience.
you the
with this.
guy that has the job at the big place and just Googles everything?
No.
Google.
He just doesn't want to have to do extra paperwork after this. Is the problem here?
He's like, I just don't want to have to explain to my bosses
See, paperwork.
that research sensitive platform was operated by a rogue AI.
See, this is why you have to get your bosses to be your friends. And she puts an arm around Buffy.
This is also why they
imagine-
invented the little thing of just omitting information and not putting it in your report. You know.
It's like,
that
well,
too.
He's like, maybe that's how you guys work out here on the frontier, but he's like,
Yeah, usually.
he's like, I could lose my job if that happens. I could be blacklisted from any job of similar pay. I could be without anything.
Don't have to put this on your resume, son.
You can also wait here, and you can lose your life. That's the other option.
He's,
but-
no.
Nick, how do we get up and down these levels in this tower?
There is an access column like there was in the transit station with lifts. There are also maintenance access, so you can take stairs.
Like
or
an actual
ladders.
staircase?
Correct.
Oh my god, finally.
Up on their cardio.
Rule number 1.
Yep.
Cardio, yeah. All right. So
What's the plan, Meat Sacks?
Also, I don't know if I'd call Oppenheimer rogue AI.
I mean, he's barely functioning.
Kind
at this-
of a jerk. kind of a jerk AI. I don't know about rogue.
Completely amoral AI.
Yeah. There you go.
It's like roguish charm, maybe, but
No, that's
He's
me.
going a little far.
I do not believe in charms.
Do not believe in charms.
in all of this interaction, Addison actually relaxes a little bit and manages to force out a chuckle. While that's going on, Bryn steps forward, and she's like, "While we're here," she's like, "Do we
No,
have
you're
any?"
not having your gun back.
She just stops and stares at Kevin, and she's like, "Fair."
Fair.
Was there any plans to try and figure out exactly what happened to the station?
One
We're
thing
No, I
We're not
was
doing
wondering
your- we're
where the
not doing
space
your-
crabs came from.
They know where the space cabs came from. They told her that her mission was to bring one back. Oh, we didn't feel it, Larian on that, did we?
Okay, well, you didn't tell me.
I did.
Yeah.
I definitely said that she was in contact with Rogue.
Yeah, but I wasn't
Yeah,
listening to you. I mean,
so if she's not listening,
right,
it's like
Captain.
you never said it.
So.
So our mission is to find the origin of space crabs. I don't think that was in our contract.
I think Alaria is the origin of spacecraft.
Oh, zing! Oh, that was so good.
It's funny, I was about to make the joke, like, I think I know someone who has spacecraft.
That was a setup in the alley.
Upset spike. There it was. All right. Okay. Feel like we need a plan.
So Bryn quietly retreats and keeps to herself once again.
Space assholes. That's what we are.
Spassholes.
This is literally the name of the stream now. Space asshole.
No, it's just like Astral Tides, episode 3, Space Asshole.
Space holes.
Astral tides.
Hey, yo.
Astral tides.
All right. So engineering.
Sure. Why not?
Oh,
Stairs.
Yeah. Let's do.
Stairs.
Okay. All right. Hang on just a second. Time is at 10:18. Okay. I think.
No, it's 8:18.
Oh, I wish.
actually, it's
9:18?
11:18,
It's 9:18.
I think that's
and I
where
think it's
we will...
Thursday where Dave lives.
I think it's 4:18. You fuck.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
I do think that's where we're gonna end it for the night.
It's okay. Dave doesn't work for a living.
Oh, jeez. Everyone's so savage tonight.
I mean, Dave's here.
That's
So
what
Chill
happens.
tonight.
Yeah.
Scott
So,
doesn't
like,
work for a living. He just spends all his time in the goddamn hotel room playing Zelda on the bed.
First of all, haven't had the hotel room for a long time.
Like at least a week.
Second of all, I had so much fucking work to do today. Anyways.
Well, I appreciate you making it to the game.
Oh, yeah.
I do not.
This is fun. Thanks.
Thank you. I apologize for if there was a lot of start and stopping.
cool.
The whole
That's
thing
fine.
with like cyberspace is that there's a lot of questions that come up that I didn't think about until they come up. So unfortunately, that's during a session and
We can just remove Scott's character from the game. It's fine.
but yeah.
Did you think it would take us 2 hours to go around in a circle in this one room?
I was pretty tense though, right? I liked it.
No, I
was,
was joking. I'm joking. I liked it.
The funny thing is that I had a tactical map drawn up in case combat happened, but it wasn't for where combat was quote unquote close to happening. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I guess we'll just keep abstracting this. Like, that's fine.
Did someone?
It helps that we were
Space
specifically
crabs
trying to
flying, yeah.
avoid these things.
Right.
I don't think we could fight one though. Not two. Try and still make it up to the floor in this session.
2 would have been a challenge.
Yeah, that'd be
Like
rough.
one was a challenge for you guys. But yeah, 2 would have
Like,
been.
I wasn't there last time.
I think we can do the damage to bring one down, but like it literally took like the medic out right in 2 rounds.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, they hit pretty
basically,
hard.
like bringing one down is gonna like incapacitate someone. I think.
We can always throw Bryn to one of them as a distraction.
Oh my god, yes! That's why
It's
we
like
brought.
lead a
Why
chat
did,
we're in.
why didn't you speak up earlier? You're like the idiot herder.
Idiot.
Well, he's basically a pet class on this expedition.
I'm technically not trying to get them killed, but I'm not trying to keep them alive.
Whatever happens to you, I just want to be able to watch it. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
And they're not part of her crew.
Okay. Well, thanks for playing, guys.
Oh, do we have to do the... Oh, no, because we don't have downtime, right?
Correct. There's
We
no
don't have
close
to do the
quarters
game.
for this one. Nope.
I don't suppose we got any more experience at the very end there.
In the last 15 minutes.
I was just about to give you one more.
Oh, snap.
So yeah, you're at 51.
You're welcome, everyone.
That's one more for the space crabs line. You're welcome.
Did you say one more?
yes.
I'm suddenly at 102. What do I do?
You see yourself out of this game, sir.
Take your
Have I achieved godhood or something?
take your cat math with you.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Again, if there's any
This is
feedback
great.
on any of this, please let me know.
2 weeks for the next one, right?
Yes. So that would be, what would that be? The 16th?
16th?
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh, let me just check
Perfect.
I
Oh,
think-
here we go.
No,
And
no,
is,
I think...
is Sunday the day of this campaign?
Yes.
Indeed.
Okay.
Yeah, Sunday's the usual day.
The only reason why we
Friday
did
was
Friday
the
was just
monopoly.
because, yeah, schedules
The
and
only
things
reason
work.
because Scott's an asshole, and that's why.
No, I can do the 16th. I'll just have to set up a different... We'll have to set up, like... We have a little netbook. I'll have to do it off that.
Okay.
Because Laura's on Big 20 that night.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Which is fine. Like, honestly, like, she can just have the main computer.
Sure.
Oh, we don't level up at 50.
No.
No!
No.
You
That
guys
was
are
10 minutes ago!
I thought you're okay. Well,
you're approaching tier
Not
2
listening.
now, so you need 20
all that work
experience.
getting that one extra experience point out of
What do
Nick.
you mean all that work?
Shut up.
The one question you asked.
Shut up.
We don't level up at level 50 or 51 experience? What?
Okay. Well, thanks for everybody who hung out through the through the stream. And like I said, we'll be doing this again in 2 weeks. So thank you very much, and catch you next time.
Yeah.
Hey.